Dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today?
The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever.
Oh my goodness.
Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to us mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance. Visit shelterinsurance.com and find an agent to help you choose the coverage you need. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball. Today we're live at Miller Park, the final game of the regular season. Feels like it's really flown by. Let's talk about the tournament that's coming up. I know we got some business to take care of today, but just taking a look at the Big Ten standings as we get ready for the tournament that will likely start for Iowa on Tuesday, John Evans.
Should start Tuesday. Right now, Iowa still can finish anywhere from 2 to 4. One fell out of reach yesterday with the loss, but that's the last thing we'll have to go into that. But yeah, half game behind Indiana, half game ahead of Nebraska. A win today and not playing that game at Penn State doesn't really hurt or cost anything, and a loss today, and it might, because then you end up a half game behind Nebraska and the team that you would have beaten in a tiebreaker. But you've got Maryland as the 1. Just for sake, we'll call Indiana the 2. Iowa's the 3. Nebraska is probably the 4, but could end up messing around with Rutgers and Michigan there in the 5-6 spot. Then you've got Michigan State and Illinois. I think Purdue is out of it. There's some tiebreakers there that I don't know how they all work out. So I think the 8 teams are kind of all locked in at this point. But I couldn't tell you that for sure. But Purdue would be the only other team that has a chance to get in. But I tell you, the tasty matchup would be Maryland-Michigan State in round 1. As a 1-8 matchup. What a game that might be.
Offensive fireworks in that one. Right?
Yeah, and as much as I'd love to talk about an Iowa preview on who might be around, there's there's probably still 4 teams or 5 teams that Iowa could play there at the bottom. So it's hard to narrow it down. But most importantly, get through today, get back on track. You mentioned it in the open. Let's kind of clear this up. Iowa's had some games this year that it felt like they lost. Northwestern won this game, the game yesterday.
Yep.
It's strange to say from a 10-39 team, but yesterday they were better. Iowa didn't do. Iowa didn't give away 11 walks. They didn't make 4 errors. They had 10 or 11 hits. Northwesterns were just louder and more timely than Iowa's were yesterday.
Every loss hurts. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how the loss happens, but I think if you're going to lose, you'd rather just get beat than give it away to a team. And there have been a few games this season where Iowa has hands down given the opponent the victory. Yesterday was not one of those cases. I think there's some, I don't know if peace is the right word, but just some peace of mind maybe in accepting the fact of yesterday's result.
Well, yeah, and it's disturbing to lose to the team of quote-unquote Northwestern's caliber. But the other side of it, kind of the funny thing about it, as you look at the Big Ten standings, the top 6 teams in the conference are all now riding losing streaks. Yeah. I hate the saying, it's baseball. It's a game that's easy to do a lot of things right and still find a way to get beat. Yesterday, Iowa had a ton of balls leave the bat at 100 miles an hour plus that were all within a step of a Northwestern defender. And Northwestern defender, who hadn't necessarily been a great defender the day before, was able to make a play. And some of the Northwestern rallies started with 75, 80, 85 mile an hour rollers through the infield. And again, they all count. That's the part of it. But, Iowa's still 34 in the RPI. I get the optics. Dargan and I had a little Twitter conversation yesterday. I get the optics of losing a series. This game is not must win. There's no need to put that pressure in the dugout. It's just not true. You don't have to win, or if you lose, you have to go win the Big Ten tournament. That's not the way it maps out. I get that. We all feel shunned and slighted in the North here, that the committee's got something out for us. But Iowa has a better resume than they've ever had to get in as an at-large team. Still a lot of good, solid wins. 6-6 in Quad 1, a little bit better in Quad 2. I'm rambling again, but that's the.
Well, you're covering a lot of good points here that are easing the minds of the listeners, I think, which is important because the sky is not falling. It's the last game of the regular season. I'd be pretty surprised if there's not an inspired performance by the Hawkeyes today, because as you're going to hear from Coach Heller in a minute, it's a new season. It actually starts today. It doesn't start in the next game. It starts today.
So I was at breakfast this morning, and that's a great point. You talked in your open about this team started with the best start in school history. And Coach Heller challenged them again, and he challenged them earlier in the season, but he reiterated the challenge of the best start in school history is great. Our goal now is the best finish in school history. And so it's one of those, now you go get it done, and now's where it's great you're in the record book for the best start. Now let's go put your name in the record book for the best finish. When Coach Heller and Coach Sutherland were done this morning, I'm like, Coach, you got an extra glove? I think I'm ready. I'm ready to play. Let's go.
What's funny about that is I said the same thing to Rick. I said the same thing to Coach. I said, that fired me up. I'm ready to play for you.
I'm usually that way. Usually when I hear Coach Brands talk, I think I can wrestle. Let me clue everybody in. I can't. But I feel like I could after I hear Coach Brands talk. And I felt after Coach Heller and Coach Sutherland talked this morning, I'm like, I could help you guys win a game. I don't know how I'd do it, but I can help you win a game. Let's go.
Well, I'm sure that message resonated with the players today who are warming up down the right field line. We'll step away, take another break here on our pregame coverage of Hawkeye baseball. We'll come back and hear from Coach Heller right after this. This is Hawkeye baseball from Learfield.
Ooh, got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
At US Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing US Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever.
Oh my goodness.
Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to US Mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
After a cancer diagnosis, it's natural to want to start treatment right away. But first, Get a second opinion from a team that specializes in your cancer. I'm Dr. George Weiner, Director of University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you start treatment, you deserve to be confident you have the right diagnosis and know every option available to you. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, get a second opinion. It can change your care and your life.
Here's an easy pill to swallow. Right now, earn a 5-cent fuel saver on every prescription you fill at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. That's 5 cents off per gallon of gas for each prescription filled at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to fill your prescriptions. Just call or stop by your local Hy-Vee pharmacy and let us handle the rest. You can also fill online or use the mobile app. Fill a prescription and start earning today. Some restrictions apply. See your pharmacy or Hy-Vee.com for details.
Welcome back to pregame coverage of Iowa Hawkeye baseball. Today, the series finale with Northwestern. We'll try to take it to the Wildcats here and win the series. We're joined by head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller. Coach, it just didn't go our way yesterday.
Oh, man, it sure didn't, John. It was one of those weird days where we actually played really well, but they pitched extremely well. I mean, we talked about the left-hander and how good he could be. He was as good as advertised. And then, the closer that came in that we talked about was going to be up to 96, but we hoped he was a little bit wild. But it was a perfect storm. It was a wide zone umpire yesterday that called everything a strike. It was hard to walk a guy yesterday. Yeah. Either team, one walk in the game. I mean, that tells you something. And it really played against us because it took us out of our dominate the zone, philosophy, and pitches that we were taking, especially the first 5 innings, were getting called strikes. And so I think our guys panicked a little bit in the 6th, 7th, and 8th and gave in and tried to do more than they could because of the fact that those were being called strikes. And their stuff is very, very good. I mean, we lost yesterday and had 2 free bases. In the last 10 years, that's probably a 98.5% chance we win that game with 2 free bases. The trouble yesterday was our pitching staff. They just couldn't come through with a shutdown inning. And we've said this all year, right? That if we're going to lose, make them hit us. Yeah. Unfortunately, yesterday was one of those days where they hit us, and 3 big home runs that really killed us. They did damage, and that was the difference on the offensive side. We didn't do a lot of damage. Raider got the big home run to get us back in the game. And it was close, we were close, but we just couldn't break it open. Either they'd get a call on a pitch that was, traditionally not in the zone, or, we would hit a ball at somebody. We had some bad luck yesterday, hitting some line drives, but it was just a classic. It was a classic day where a team that people think you should just be able to walk out and beat played extremely well. They have some guys trending in a good place, and we talked about that. They've been playing a lot better. And as I told you before game 1, Coach Foster's teams always play hard. They're never going to quit. And as advertised, they didn't. They came out and just played really hard.
I guess there's no real positive to a loss, but is there any maybe the way you look at it that you just got beat yesterday instead of giving it to them?
Correct.
That isn't a takeaway.
That was simply the message yesterday. It was like, listen, they just beat us. Yeah. We had 2 free bases. Were there some things we'd like back? Yeah. I mean, we made some dumb decisions a couple times that could have maybe got us a run here or there. But at the end of the day, they out-hit us. They out-pitched us. We out-defensed them. They made 2 errors. I mean, they did make 2 mistakes defensively. But at the end of the day, they just played really well. I mean, you beat a team that only has 2 free bases. I mean, you beat them and tip your hat. And there's no shame in that. And that's the terrible thing this time of year, is that I've done this for 37 years. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we played down to their level or any of that crap. I mean, they beat us yesterday, and they played really well. And I can live with that. But unfortunately, this time of year, all the other people want to say, oh, you choked or you did that, and that was not the case at all. I mean, we got a good start out of Ty. Unfortunately for Ty, they nickel and dimed him to death. If you think about the first 3 innings, they had a bunch of ground balls that found holes, and as fate would have it for us, they were all chart busters. You know, they were places on the ground that we weren't positioned, that they never hit the ball on, and then they come up with the big knock after they got the runners on, and you know, anyway, it was a weird day, and it was disappointing because, you know, had we found a way to win yesterday, we'd be playing for the potential to win the Big Ten championship today, and that hurts, you know, after a long season. But unfortunately, it's how baseball goes. It's not fair. Life's not fair, and you know, they tip your hat to Northwestern. They came out and played a great game. They had nothing to lose, and you know, their coaching staff is doing a good job of keeping them motivated and setting the tone for next season. And you know, that's the way it is.
Feels like today could be our day to get our luck back. I thought we made some solid contact yesterday, just hit it right to people, so the approach seems similar. No,
and that's it. You know, like I said, the thing that doomed us yesterday offensively was that we caved into the umpire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a call, you know, we were trying to raise the floor on the kid Dyke that came in. He lives in the chase zone, and if one of those pitches was called a strike, then we were swinging at the next one. Whereas, you know, make him bring it up, and because you're not going to do anything with the pitch down there, and that's what we did. We had a couple innings on him, and that to me was our window of opportunity, because he's very hittable, but he's also very savvy. He's a lot like Jack Whitlock. You know, he thrives on getting other guys to get themselves out, you know, and that's what we allowed him to do. And then when the closer came in, and he wasn't wild yesterday and had the wide zone, which gave him confidence, you know, it was 96, and it was legit. I mean, it was a legit arm. It was the best arm we've seen in a long time. And, you know, tough to come back, but, you know, we had the tying run at the plate in the ninth and didn't get it done.
Talking with the head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller, on our pregame show from Miller Park today, the series finale with Northwestern. Okay, still plenty to play for today, though. If you do get some help from Michigan State, could finish second in the Big Ten. Do you put much weight in that, especially when you get to Omaha? Is there that big of a difference between the 2 seed and the 3 seed, other than when you play on Tuesday?
Well, it's more of a pride thing, John. Okay. That's how I look at it. I mean, I know all of us are going to think back at ifs and buts and feel like that, you know, we could have been conference champions. Well, the next best thing is finishing second, and that's what we want to do. I mean, we're going to, you know, play as hard as we can today. And the message in the pregame meeting was, this team got off to the best start in school history. We talked about this a lot back then, was that we want to have the best finish in school history. Well, the best finish in school history starts today. That starts today. And the month of May has been good to us. You know, we've won 7, lost 2. That's a great start, and doing it under the conditions we've had to do it under is super impressive. But now, postseason starts today for us. All right, let's do what we can do to finish as high as we can in the league. And then we'll go home tomorrow. We'll get a good lift in. We'll get a good practice and start preparing for who we're going to play. And we'll head to Omaha with the intention of winning a Big Ten tournament, and hopefully get to a regional and win that, and get to the super regional and win that, and get to Omaha and win that. I mean, this team is capable of doing that. And you know, if we get hot and we have our minds in the right spot, we can do that. But it's going to take 9 guys playing for the right reasons, and you know, that would be the one thing I would tell you yesterday. I think we had 2 or 3 guys cave in yesterday mentally and got out of that mode and tried to do too much, and that never works. You know, it just doesn't work. And we're doing our best when we're all just trying to do what we can to help the cause and do our 1/9. And we'll see what we can do today. Well, we are facing another good arm. I mean, this is this kid's first start. He's been one of their best guys out of the bullpen. Not quite as good as the guy we saw yesterday with the velocity, but it's going to be firm, 92, 94. And I don't know how long they're going to go with him. I think what they're trying to do, John, is something similar with what we do with Brody, is that you know, bring in a guy that throws quite a bit slower after the hard thrower and see if you can mess guys' timing up. And I think they're giving it a trial run today, since this guy's been one of their most productive pitchers all season long. They're just going to start him and let him roll as long as he can, and then start going to some other guys. But hey, you know, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how we come out and play, and we need a good start out of Brody. But if we don't, we got plenty of bullpen guys available. We haven't used Whitlock, we haven't used Savory, we haven't used Wheatley, we haven't used Will Christopherson. There's a lot of guys we haven't used, and we'll roll with guys. There'll be short leash for everybody today because there's no tomorrow as far as the regular season goes.
Just a couple of things to touch on there. With their starter, it looks like he threw quite a few pitches on Tuesday, so you kind of alluded to it. Maybe a bullpen game for them, start to finish, if they could maybe get him through 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think that's what they're thinking because he did. I think he threw 60 against Notre Dame on Tuesday, but I mean he's been doing that all year. Throwing a lot and throwing multiple times during the week. So. But yes, I think that's probably what their plan is. I don't think you'll see him go much over 50 or 60, even if he's good.
The chapter will be closed on the regular season the next time we talk to you, Coach. So just kind of a final thought before we get to the last game of the regular season on the season that you've had.
Well, it's been phenomenal. One of the best seasons in school history, and it's crazy. Like we talked earlier, here we are. It's the last game of the regular season, and this game is crucial for us getting into regional because, you and I both know that Northwestern can come out today and play equally as well as they did, and we might play great and lose. But if we do, they're going to use that against us in getting into regional. And that's the way, unfortunately, the game goes. So it's a get-it-done business, and we have to find a way to get it done today, and it's a lot hinges on this game for regional play and then also for seeding in the tournament as we talked, and us hopefully getting a second place finish if Michigan State would beat Indiana. But hey, that's why you play. I mean, you want to be in games that matter, and unfortunately for us, every game's a playoff game from start to finish, and our guys have done a phenomenal job of handling that. And I said this last week to a couple reporters. If we stub our toe and don't win again, I mean, to me, we're still a regional team. It should be a no-brainer. But that isn't. We know that isn't the way it works, and that's not what we want to do.
Leave no doubt.
But leave no doubt. But the reality of it is, the other team has a big say in that. And if they play like you look at Indiana, you look at Michigan State. I mean, they ran into us. They ran into a buzzsaw. They're a very good team. They're a regional team, and the job Jake did in rallying them when they got home this weekend is pretty dang impressive.
Yeah.
But that's just a good example of what can happen and Nebraska is. I mean, you saw what happened. They ran into a buzzsaw with us that weekend. It's who you play. And everybody in this league is good enough to beat you. And unfortunately, yesterday was more them than us. And that hasn't happened. And I would say in the 13 losses we've had, and I think you'll agree with this, there might be 2 where we talked about the fact that they beat us. The other ones were all situations where we gave it up. And we could have changed things with what we did. Yesterday, I'm not sure we could have done that.
And I wish people would take a closer look at that. It's almost like some folks don't understand that, hey, the other team is also good. They've got scholarship athletes. They're trying to win the game, too.
Right, and they just look at record. And I get that. But it's not football where they're, bigger, faster, stronger. They have very good players. I mean, if you watched that game yesterday, you're like, how in the hell have they lost so many times?
Exactly.
But look what happened. I mean, they don't have the depth. So, we beat them up on Friday. Perfect storm. They get the perfect umpire for the pitchers they have throwing, and their best arms are going. And it worked out, And then what happens when when a team knows that they have one day that's their best shot, you get everybody's best effort. And that's why it's so important, as we talked early in the season, that your starting pitchers are consistent. Because when they're consistent, that's what happens. Your position players instinctively know what they have to do for you to help you win. And when it's like a Jekyll and Hyde type situation, it makes it hard on the position player. But this team has handled that even really well, by scoring runs when they needed to.
Well, your message to start a new season today and finish with the best finish in program history. That got me fired up, Coach. Ready to go. Let's take it to the Wildcats today.
All right, we'll give her hell. All right, thanks.
Head coach of the Hawkeyes, Rick Heller, on our pregame show from Miller Park in Evanston. We'll go for the series win. Let's start a new season today, Hawkeye fans. We're back right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oaknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Here's an easy pill to swallow. Right now, earn a 5-cent fuel saver on every prescription you fill at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. That's 5 cents off per gallon of gas for each prescription filled at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to fill your prescriptions. Just call or stop by your local Hy-Vee pharmacy and let us handle the rest. You can also fill online or use the mobile app. Fill a prescription and start earning today. Some restrictions apply. See your pharmacy or Hy-Vee.com for details.
Starting lineups coming up in just a minute. We're moments away from first pitch here in Evanston, the series finale between Northwestern and Iowa. We'll step away for our final pregame break. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you, because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Oh, hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
All right, Northwestern's taking the field defensively. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Ben Wilmus will lead things off for Iowa today, followed by Sam Peterson and Brennan Deriggi. Middle of the order, Raider Tello, Sam Honar, and Michael Seegers. 7, 8, 9 for the black and gold today, Kyle Huckstorf, Braden Frazier, and Cade Moss. Pitching for Northwestern, a right-hander, David Utagawa.
18 appearances, 1 start for Utagawa. He's 0-1. 6.92 ERA, 26 innings, 33 hits, 25 runs, 20 of those are earned. Only walked 7 guys, 24 strikeouts. Got a 3.06 batting average against. Thing to watch against him, last 9 appearances, he's given up just 3 earned runs. He's probably only going to run up into the 50 pitch range or so, but a good mix of stuff. He's got a good live fastball. It'll be in the low 90s, slider, changeup. Really doesn't throw the changeup a ton. Everything kind of lives off his fastball, so it'll be interesting to see what the strike zone looks like today. That'll be a huge thing for a guy that struggles to control his off-speed stuff.
Ben Wilmus is in the box, and we are underway in Evanston as the first pitch sails high and outside for a ball. Comes in at 1:02 p.m. here in Evanston. Wilmus will take this for a strike on the low inside corner. Umpires today, Glenn Nelson behind the plate. Down the line at first is Kevin Conder. Out there at second is Jeff Spizak. Over here at third is Stephen Linton. 1-1 pitch to Wilmus. Outside corner, strike 2. One thing you noticed about the pitcher for Northwestern, his ERA has been on the decline since about mid-April.
Yeah, he had an appearance against Notre Dame early April where he got beat around a little bit. ERA got up to almost 13. High in the end of Wilmus there, 2-2. And then since then, again, that's where the last 9 appearances, they haven't all been big, long outings, but 9 appearances, just 3 earned runs, got that ERA down to 6.92.
2-2, Wilmus taps it foul. This is a good at-bat from Ben to get us going here this Saturday afternoon.
Well, and especially on a guy that you expect to throw, It's going to max out probably at 60 pitches. You want to have these good long innings. Make sure that means 3 innings. That doesn't mean 4 or 5.
Right. Another 2-2 on its way home. Swing and a miss. Heated him up with a fastball there. Wilmus is out number 1.
That's a good high fastball there, out over the plate and away. And so far, good control with the fastball. Hasn't been able to hit with a ton of the breaking stuff. Hasn't really shown a ton of the breaking stuff yet.
Bring up Sam Peterson. He's had a quiet weekend. Strike on the outside corner. I hear the chirpers back again today, John. Do you hear him in the crowd, Mike?
I've missed him so far.
I've alerted you. Peterson with a swing and a miss there, 0-2. Now, one thing we've noticed from the Northwestern pitchers the last couple days, they're throwing a lot of strikes. These ones have been in the zone, so Iowa taking good cuts at them. 0-2 pitch to Petey. Ground ball foul past Coach Heller down the line at third.
Yeah, sometimes you get a guy that strikes out a ton of guys because guys are chasing. Iowa's been either making contact or even when they've struck out, it's rarely been that they went chasing pitches well out of the zone.
Out of the windup, Utagawa's ready. The pitch. Foul back to the screen. Good hang from Peterson.
Yeah, he's seen both pitches now. He's seen the off-speed stuff for a strike, and he's seen the fastball for a strike.
Righty on righty matchup. This one is low, ball 1.
I got the rub 2 sticks together and bring some heat guy. Yeah. I got it again.
I don't know how the chirper in the front row down the third base side has any voice left today. Thought he would have worn it out yesterday. Here's the 1-2 to Peterson. Just outside. Yesterday called a strike. Today, so far, not.
Yeah, yesterday that might have been strike 3. It's off the plate, but, yeah, there's no fuzz that hits the outside edge on that one.
The 2-2. Check swing here. Did not go. I think it might have actually fouled it off.
Tip, yep.
I heard a little
And that was a great
ping
pitch.
Off the bat.
Fastball busted on the inside part of the plate. Probably saved Petey getting rung up.
Yeah. Another 2-2. Petey bloops it into shallow center. The shortstop will go back. McElpatrick makes the catch, 2 down.
Another really good located pitch there. High fastball, inside part of the plate. Probably going to catch the top of the zone. We haven't seen how this umpire likes the top of the zone, but that was going to be close enough. He had to be swinging at it.
That'll bring up DeRiggi. He crushes the first pitch deep to left. Left fielder going back. He's at the wall, and it is off the wall. DeRiggi's digging for 2. It'll be a 2-out double for Brennan.
We've talked about this a little bit with DeRiggi, too. He has this patient streak in him, and he takes good pitches and then has to work from behind. That time, 94-mile-an-hour fastball away. Wasted no time. Swung the bat. Pounded at 99 off the bat, 326, needed a little bit more, but
wind a little bit blowing over to right, so maybe held it in the park. That one hit off the base of the wall and left, and this is how things got started for Iowa on Thursday. With 2 outs, DeRiggi was able to get on base, and then Raider Tello would eventually move him along. Tello's in the box now, ground ball right back to the pitcher. Gloved by Utagawa, he'll throw it over to first base to get Raiders. So that'll do it for the top of the first. Iowa gets the double from DeRiggi, but that's it for now. All right, bottom of the first inning coming up. Brody Brecht will take the mound for the black and gold. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, Start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
Tony Livermore leads things off for Northwestern. Kevin Ferrer and Steven Rustich bat in the 2 and 3 spots. The DH today for the Wildcats is Luke Tanner, followed by Bennett Markinson and Griffin Arnone. 7, 8, 9 for the Wildcats. Cooper Ford, Owen McElpatrick, and Evan Minarovic. For Iowa defensively, DeRiggi at first, Honar at second, Seegers at short, Tello at third. In the outfield left to right, Peterson, Huckstorf, Frazier. Cade Moss once again catching behind the plate, getting the start for the Hawkeyes on the mound, the right-hander Brody Brecht.
4-2 on the season in 14 appearances and 13 starts, 4.10 ERA, 59 and a third innings, 30 hits, 27 runs. They've all been earned, 53 walks, 87 strikeouts. Knew that was a bigger number than what I was coming up with there. 149 batting average against on the season, as Brody's been really good. Came off a nice start against Michigan State, allowed a run on a hit as he walked a few guys there in his last inning through 6 innings, but that was a nice bounce back start. He had a month of struggle since the really good start against Indiana.
Settling into this role a little bit deeper in the weekend for the rotation, and now we'll get his final start of the regular season today as he toes the rubber to face off against the left-hander Livermore. First pitch from Brody. In there for a strike. Popped the mid on the low outside corner. Good start for Brecht.
98 dotting the low outside corner. That's a pretty good place to hit one.
Yep, live there. Goes off speed and misfired there, high and out, ball 1. Northwestern in cream-colored uniforms today, with Northwestern spelled out in fine cursive print in purple across the chest. 1-1 pitch from Brecht. Line drive, base hit into left. Livermore is on for the Wildcats.
97 going in, 96 going out. Good job there. Fastball right across the middle of the plate. Livermore was late, but did enough with it. And the 234 hitter lined the single into left field.
Hawkeyes wearing their gold script uniforms today with the black ball caps, white baseball pants. Commit to the next pitch. That's the key here for Brody as he goes to the stretch. The batter is Ferrer. First pitch strike on the outside corner. Went with the slider there.
One of the things that I talked to Coach McGrath about when we were discussing Brody's last start was, Brody talked to him. He threw 95 pitches against Michigan State, but came off.
This one lifted into shallow right. Frazier took a step back. Now he'll jog forward. He's got it. Out number 1. We finally got Ferrer out to start this game. He was a thorn in our side yesterday. Back to your point, though, John.
Well, Brody came off and talked about how tired he was, and it was like, well, you threw 95 pitches, but it was that commitment to every pitch. Do the best you can with this pitch, no matter what happened before, or no matter what you're thinking about. 3 pitches, 2 batters down the line.
Strike 1 to Rustich, who's in the box, right-handed hitter, low outside corner. Brody with the fastball going low in the zone. Yeah, the mental tax, it's taxing mentally, too, to commit to that for so long.
Well, and everybody has to kind of find their way to do it. And again, it's another one of those things that I equate to golf. Do you go on the first tee and you stay locked in for all 18 holes, or do you lock in and then you kind of zone back out and find your way back to it when you prepare to hit the shot? What's your trigger? The Hawkeye dugout's always talked about having that 15-second funnel, and that's that same idea. How do you lock back in, find the mitt, do what you need to do, and throw strikes?
That's a beautiful pitch there from Brecht. Rustich was anticipating a hard fastball. He's way out in front of the slider. It's 1-2. I don't know if everybody understands how difficult that is.
Well, if Brody,
every pitch.
Yeah, if Brody, well, exactly. Just to stay locked in and to get tuned into what you're trying to do. Good stop there from Moss on the slider away. But it's just, to really commit and buy in and not just, Brody is such an athlete and has been all his life and been, better than the competition in a lot of cases. Well, competition's ramping up.
Another slider there, just low and out. The count is full for Rustich.
So, he's had to learn how to be better every time, and obviously he has aspirations of playing at a level beyond this as well. So
feels like a big pitch right here with Rustich in the box. The 3-2 runner takes off. It's hit foul. Been intrigued by Rustich's approach when he gets down to 2 strikes. He basically cuts the bat in half. He's choked up so high. I know we mentioned it yesterday.
Little fungo bat action.
Yeah,
here.
Turns it into a mini bat.
Yeah, just really trying to drop it right on. That was a good pitch from Brody. Low center of the zone.
We went the fastball on the last pitch. We'll see what he comes up with here. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Bottom of the first here at Northwestern.
Top of the zone fastball.
Swing and a miss there. Runner takes off for second. He's going to get there. That pitch was in the dirt. Rustich might have been choked up on it, but didn't bring his golf club to the affair. He's out number 2. It is a stolen base for Livermore.
Couldn't reach it when he was so choked up. But
yeah.
If Cade could have come up with that just a touch cleaner, it would have been interesting to see if, because Livermore fell out over the plate, or I'm sorry, Rustich fell out over the plate. Would have been interesting to see if he got the batter interference call to get the out at second base.
Like we did all weekend with Nebraska,
exactly.
Right? Runner at second with 2 outs. Here's Luke Tanner. Went through his senior day festivities today. Designated hitter. Had a home run swing there and missed it.
You are not going to get to 99 just above the zone.
Wow. It's the one that a lot of coaches starting in youth ball tell you not to swing at, the high fastball. No balls and a strike. Brecht has got the sign. Calmly delivers it home. Outside, that's a ball. Good lead at second base for Livermore. Long pause from Brecht. The 1-1 swing and a miss. That slider's filthy today, John.
Yeah, I mean, when you heat a guy up eye high or shoulder high at 99 and then start one in the same tunnel and snap it and dot the outside corner, I mean, that's just, wow, that's one of the things that Brody has. I mean, as he develops the other pitches.
1-2. He went with the chase pitch there with the slider. Not close enough to get a swing from Tanner. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I like the idea. I want to see it start probably just a touch more on the plate. That ball started in the outside batter's box, really, and just really never had a chance.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brecht is ready. Here's the pitch. Just inside this time, and the count will be full.
Good at-bat from Tanner. Battled back nicely. Got the count full.
Another full count at bat for a Northwestern hitter.
Northwestern crowd a little spicy now.
Here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him fishing. Hook, line, and sinker right there. Couple of strikeouts in the inning for Brecht. They get a hit. Each team with 1 through 1 in Evanston. We're scoreless. Back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oaknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. They've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Sam Honar will lead off the Hawkeyes second. Quiet inning in the first for both teams, each with a hit. DeRiggi doubled. Livermore for Northwestern singled to lead off their bottom half of the inning. Sam squares to bunt. He'll pull it back, and that pitch was low. It's a gorgeous day in Evanston. A happy Saturday to all of you listening. Temperatures in the mid-60s, but feels warmer than that. 1-0 pitch. Honar drives it to left. Moving back is the left fielder. He'll jump in front of the wall and make the catch. Honar crushed it, but he's out number one.
105 off the bat, just unfortunately right at a guy who happened to make a circuitous catch to it.
Sure, and that's Ferrer out there, and we've noticed him when he's in the batter's box. Would you have pegged him to be an outfielder based on his stature? He's a little bigger.
Probably not a left fielder, kind of one of those. I'm just going to kind of station myself in right and hope for the best kind of guy.
He has more of a third base build, I think. Looks a little bit more like me than a typical outfielder, I guess. Batter is Seegers. Michael pops this one up to left again. It's going to stay in here. Ferrer's over. He's got it. Hawks are hitting it in the air, and so far it's stayed in. I think that'll be the case today in left.
Yeah, I think you'll have to hit one. You'll have to hit one hard on a line to left. Michael didn't quite get all of that. A good high fastball again, but kind of the same thing here. I would really like to see Huck take a pitch here. Just the guy was just pounding the strike zone right now.
There's a pitch low, ball one. Let's see, Honar saw two pitches. Seegers. There's a bunt that's popped up. The catcher will make a sliding grab. Very quick inning. Hawks go down 1, 2, 3. I think Utagawa threw maybe 6 pitches.
I think 5, actually.
Even worse. All right, quick inning for Iowa in the second. Brecht will hustle back out there right away. Scoreless in Evanston. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
After a cancer diagnosis, it's natural to want to start treatment right away. But first, get a second opinion from a team that specializes in your cancer. I'm Dr. George Weiner, Director of University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you start treatment, you deserve to be confident you have the right diagnosis and know every option available to you. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, get a second opinion. It can change your care and your life.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
John Evans and John Leo in the broadcast booth at Miller Park in Evanston, the regular season finale for the Hawkeyes. A 38-13 record. That's pretty darn good. We've had a really nice season trying to get the momentum going in the right direction as we head to Omaha next week. New season starting today for the Hawkeyes, according to Coach Heller. Scoreless game between the Wildcats and Hawkeyes as it stands right now. Northwestern coming to the plate with Markinson, Arnone, and Ford, 5, 6, 7. Brecht gave up a leadoff single and then set down the Wildcats in order, including a couple of strikeouts. Righty-on-righty matchup here. Brecht throws one to the backstop.
Yeah, his slider's been at times really, really good, and then he's had a couple get away from him a little bit.
1-0 delivery, popped up, high pop up over towards us. We might have to watch out here, John.
I was listening for the thump on our head.
That's what I was thinking. Didn't want to get startled. It must have gone over our head and into the street behind us. It's 1-1. Out of the windup, here's the pitch from Brody. Brought it in, looked good, but just high. Ball 2. Noticed lately with Brecht, the velocity has not gotten to the triple digits, and for the most part, we've been okay with that. 2-1, hit well to right. Frazier will go back, still turning. He's near the wall now, and he's got it a step in front of the wall.
Yeah, the ball is going to carry that way, and it's not a super deep part of the ballpark over there, but
and that could be helpful for Northwestern hitters, especially from the right side today, that are just going to be naturally late on the fastball from Brody.
Yeah, a little late, and able to elevate it a little bit that direction. But to your point again, it's one of the things that Brody hasn't really been focused on. It's not how hard can I throw it; it's how hard can I throw it in rhythm. Just committing to that process. A great slider there, inside part of the plate to the left-hander. So just trying to be in rhythm. He's still clicking it up 97, 98, 99.
Check swing as Arnone certainly goes around. Don't even need to send it down for an appeal. He's down 0-2.
And so, in a little bit too is this is unusual territory for Brody.
Great pitch there. I think was that the changeup, you think? That threw it to the outside, just off the plate. Could have been the slider with just not a lot of break on it.
Yeah, or maybe he's got a little bit of a curveball, too, that he'll throw from time to time.
1-2 pitch to Arnone is a called third strike. Outside corner, a beauty from Brecht. 2 down.
Not sure why Arnone's shaking his head as he walks back to the dugout. That ball's easily a strike, other than he just walks back going, I can't hit that.
Yeah, that's what it's got to be there.
But that's been the thing with Brody is, Brody is at 97, 98, 99, throwing strikes is more effective than 99, 100, 101.
Yep.
Not being able to throw strikes, or not having as much command.
So I'm pleased with it. I know that everybody loves to see, he threw 102. That's great, but I'll take 98 for a strike. And I'm sure Brody and the staff will too.
Well, there's command and there's control. Brody has nice control, but boy, when he gets command of those two pitches, then he's really difficult to hit.
Batter is Cooper Ford. Northwestern's finding that out, that he's difficult to hit in the early going here. Quickly down in the count, 0-2, and I like this out of Brody. He's ready to go. He's on the mound. He wants to get started with his windup as he does now. The 0-2, called third strike. Another punch out for Brecht. He's up to 4. He's dealing right now. We're scoreless through 2. Third inning coming up. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
Braden Frazier, Cade Moss, and then back to the top of the order with Ben Wilmus. That's who's up for the Hawkeyes as we get to the third inning, facing off against David Utagawa. Utagawa's been good through a couple. Unfortunately for Iowa, he's only thrown 22 pitches. It was I think a 5-pitch inning for him there in the second. And like John said, probably bought him another inning.
Well, when you're talking about a guy that's probably going to throw 50 pitches, you tend to think that's a 3 or 4 inning outing. Well, when you have a 5-pitch outing or 5-pitch inning, all of a sudden that gets you a long ways, and that's a credit to him. I mean, obviously Iowa's swinging early, but he's in the strike zone. Iowa's not chasing weakly hitting ground balls or anything.
Slider for a strike on the high outside corner for Braden Frazier. Seems like Frazier's kind of settled into the right fielder role here in the late part of the season. 0-1 pitch to Braden, tapped it foul. Just a little bit early on that one.
Another really good slider down middle of the plate, but down a little bit. Now Frazier's got to be ready here. The scouting report probably shows a little fastball coming. He likes to get ahead with the spinny stuff and then just get you on the out pitch, 94 up and away.
Here's the 0-2. Exactly that, John. A swing and a miss. On a high heater, Frazier goes down on 3 pitches.
Unfortunately, that one was probably out of the zone. Frazier expanded a little bit up and away. But that's, I sat at breakfast and knew that was coming, so you'd like to think that still doesn't mean it's easy to execute, but got to be able to see what's coming.
Cade Moss takes a fastball inside to start his at-bat. Cade has been consistent down here in the 9 spot. There's a strike on the outside corner to him, 1-1. Cade got us started yesterday in the 9th in our comeback attempt with a single, but top of the order went down quietly to finish the game yesterday. Here's the 1-1. Slider that comes inside for a strike, 1-2. Where's this guy been all year?
Well, if Northwestern would have thrown this many strikes all year, I can't imagine they'd only have 10 wins.
1-2 pitch. Line drive over Coach Heller's head down the line at third. We'll do it again.
And again, that was the high fastball. Moss might have expanded his zone a little bit, but it was in a spot he liked and actually was able to kind of tomahawk and get up there.
Cade stays alive, tapping the 1-2 pitch foul. It's almost like there's a little bit of carryover from the approach yesterday late in the game where he kind of worried about the strike zone. Where he's still chasing just a touch, especially that fastball. 1-2. Cade hits it softly to third. Minorovic charges hard, picks it out of the turf, throws it across, 2 down.
And a team that's not a great fielding teams all of a sudden look like they have gold gloves out there.
Yeah. This guy over here at third has had a good weekend. All right, 2 down for the Hawks in the third. Top of the order with Ben Wilmus. Struck out his first time up. Ben will try to get us going with 2 down. Squares to bunt. Pulled it back. It was a called strike. Outside portion.
I'm going to hope that he didn't pull it back quick enough, and that's why that was a strike. Otherwise,
don't want to get into this habit, do we? Here's the 0-1. That's low and out, ball 1.
I think he left the bat out there.
Let's go with that.
Looked like he didn't quite get it pulled back.
I will accept the correction, John. Bases empty and 2 outs. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Ben got fooled on that one, well ahead of the breaking ball. So again, you've got to be ready for the fastball and just fight off the spinner.
Pitch to Wilmus. Ground ball to third again, picked by Minorovic. He'll throw it across to get Wilmus. 1-2-3 inning for the Hawks in the third. Are we on the way to a pitcher's duel here this afternoon between Iowa and Northwestern? Each team with just 1 hit. We'll go to the bottom of the third. The Wildcats coming to the plate with 8-9-1. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Visit shelterinsurance.com to find an agent to help you pick a policy that's right for you. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Bottom of the third inning, no score between Iowa and Northwestern in the rubber match of the series. Every game's been just a little bit different. Iowa dominated the first game. Northwestern won yesterday's game in a relatively low-scoring game, and today it feels like we're on the way to a pitcher's duel.
Well, yeah, yesterday was just really a bunch of single runs for the most part. Northwestern hit the 2-run home run, but a lot of singles here, single runs here and there, a lot of singles that generated the runs, at least on Iowa's side of the field.
Northwestern shortstop Owen McElpatrick's in the box. He's a right-handed hitter, and Brody starts him with a fastball on the outside corner, strike one. Comes back in with another fastball that skipped to the plate. That's low. McElpatrick, he delivered a significant blow yesterday, hit a 2-run home run in the 6th. Guy was hitting 194. Pops this one up to the right side. DeRiggi comes down the line, looking straight up into the sun. Brennan cannot make the play in foul territory. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us there.
Yeah, just didn't. I'm not sure he ever really saw it off the right away, and then kind of got under it. And the wind just, there's a little breeze pushing out that way, and could just never quite handle the spin, and it got up over his head and bounced on. Just another strikeout for Brody now.
Just outside with the slider, a great pitch. It's 2-2.
Strong take there from McElpatrick.
Yeah.
McElpatrick.
Yes. Be ready to be done saying his name. Didn't hold up on that one. Chased the slider low and out. Tried to stop his swing. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Brody. He's up to 5 total.
Cost Brody 2 pitches, but otherwise no damage done there.
All right with that. Bottom of the order now with Minarovic. Brody's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Ooh. Ouch. That one is hit off the umpire's shoulder.
Took Cade's mask off and then got the umpire.
Collateral damage there. Ouch. Cade's all right.
Cade looks all right. Umpire's going to wiggle his head around a minute. I got to admit, I'm a little surprised by the defensive alignment here. Honar started to shift up the middle. There's no way in heck this guy's going to pull Brody Brecht right now.
Here's the 0-1. Outside corner with the slider, 0-2.
That ball is 6 inches outside.
There's got to be an error on TrackMan.
I'm hoping so, because that ball, it looked outside, and maybe he's a little dazed.
It's in the dirt, and it is 1-2.
See the trying to catch Sam's feed over here.
1-2 is a fastball high from Brecht. Okay, so we've got the even count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Base is empty for Northwestern. Bottom 3. No score between the Wildcats and Hawkeyes. 2-2's hit right back to Brody. Good athletic play by Brody to spin back and grab it. He'll throw it to first. 2 down.
What a great fielding job there. As Brody tends to kind of fall and flail off the mound a little bit, but a great job there to snap his glove back around, catch it right in the middle of the glove. I think Honar might have had a chance at it, but much easier to go ahead and get Brody to make the play and just jog it over to first.
That's Brecht back to maybe his football days a little bit there. Something tipped at the line as he's running over the middle. And had to have quick reflexes there to grab that one. 2 down in the inning. Here's Livermore. He's got the Northwestern hit today. He singled the left. Brecht starts him with a fastball low. Here comes the 1-0. Just inside ball 2.
He took the fastball to opposite field. Brody's decided to show him 2 sliders, but now behind. We'll see what he battles back with.
There's one right down the heart of the plate. That's a called strike at 2-1.
Stuck to the slider. Really good pitch. Kept it down around the knees.
Brecht working quickly. The 2-1 hit on the ground to the right side. Honar will move over. He's got it. He'll throw it on the run. A 1-2-3 inning. Brecht has retired 9 in a row. We'll go to the 4th. No score in today's pitcher's duel. Back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Ooh, got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Power portion of the order coming up for the Hawks in the fourth already. Peterson, DeRiggi, and Tello trying to figure out Utagawa, who's thrown 3 innings of one-hit ball. He's got a couple of strikeouts. Northwestern, the pitching staff has thrown a ton of strikes this weekend. Just have not really drawn anything free from Northwestern.
Now, the first game Thursday, Iowa hit around a little bit and got some free bases. Just has not been the case here in the last game and a third.
Peterson watches that one skip to the plate. It's 1-1.
I mean, Utagawa's strike percentage coming into the inning is 77%. Just that's ball number 9 that he's thrown. 10.
Good.
Great. We're in double digits.
Yes, good. It's like almost like the broadcaster jinx there. And that was a really good hang there by Peterson, by the way, because he wanted to swing at that one. He would have had to get out the golf club. Here comes the 2-1. Peterson will swing at that and tap it foul to the left side, 2-2.
Yeah, the pitch before was a good fastball just down below the zone, but well inside. Almost impossible pitch to hit. That one located back out. He kind of got a pitch he probably wanted, just didn't do anything with it.
Here's the 2-2. Inside. Ball 3. Almost hit Petey, but that's because he stands so close to the plate. It was just an inch or two off.
Hawks haven't been able to draw many full counts, so.
Got one here. Find a way on Petey. Swing and a miss.
Just an exceptional fastball there, right down at the bottom of the zone. I mean, it's just, that ball's just not going to be called a ball. You've got to swing at it, and it's so well located. It's not really a place you're designed to hit one hard from.
Now, Utagawa's hit every spot of the strike zone today. DeRiggi has the Hawkeye hit. He doubled to left his first time up.
A little surprised. Gave him the same fastball away. That's the pitch that DeRiggi drilled to left.
This one's hit high in the air to right. It's going to be too high, though. Rustich moves forward. He's got it 2 down.
That was a good slider. Got in on DeRiggi a little bit and couldn't get the barrel down to it. I know it's not in Tello's nature to take a pitch, but I'm not sure you want this guy to go through another inning with less than 10 pitches.
Again, it's been a good performance from Utagawa. There's a fastball at the knees to Tello. Maybe a bit below it, but that's in the strike zone.
Oh, yeah, that's just an exceptional pitch. Inside part of the plate, way down low.
Tello lines the 0-1 right to the second baseman. Iowa's gone down 1-2-3 in 3 straight innings. How does this Northwestern team only have 10 wins? Their pitching's been pretty good this weekend. All right, bottom of the fourth coming up. Still no score between Iowa and Northwestern. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
After a cancer diagnosis, it's natural to want to start treatment right away. But first, get a second opinion from a team that specializes in your cancer. I'm Dr. George Weiner, Director of University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you start treatment, you deserve to be confident you have the right diagnosis and know every option available to you. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, get a second opinion. It can change your care and your life.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
We're 40 minutes into the game. We're already into the bottom of the fourth inning. Each team with one hit, neither team with a run. Brody Brecht returning to the mound. Will come on out to face 2, 3, 4 of the Wildcats, Ferrer, Rustich, and Tanner.
Both teams had a base runner touch second base in the first inning. Nobody's touched first base since.
Quick game so far. Keep it quick here in the fourth, Brody. First pitch strike. That's a good start. Ferrer. He flied out his first time up. Takes this on the outside corner now. 0-2. Brody with 5 strikeouts today, going for number 6 right now. Wheels it and deals it. Swing and a miss. Ho-ho, he went after that one.
Oh, Brody just goes upstairs with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Ferrer thought, oh, yeah, I can get that. No, sir, you cannot.
I'll raise you, John. That one might have been in the attic, maybe the roof. It was at the eyes of Ferrer.
That was the bill of the helmet.
Here's Rustich. Brody goes just outside with the fastball there. Rustich is a strikeout victim. Pops this foul over the Iowa dugout to the right side. Great crowd on hand today, mainly black and gold. You look at the seats, there's about, 6 or 7 rows of seating to the right. I guess around this entire lower bowl, and they're filled over there to the right of black and gold. Hawkeyes have dominated the attendance today. Here's a 2-1 hit to Seegers at short. He bobbles it, picks it up, long throw, plenty of time to get Rustich at first base. Good hang, Seegers.
That was a 107 off the bat, right at Seegers. Kind of handcuffed him a little bit on that hop. I was talking about yesterday, the green area of turf is harder and easier to skip, and then it gets into the dirt-colored part of the turf, and it's a little bit more of a shag carpet mix, and kind of get a little different spin off that and comes off just a little differently.
2 up, 2 down. Here's Luke Tanner swinging a drive to right. This is foul. I wonder how that is. I've never seen one of these be installed, one of these turfs.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing they're kind of like pieces to a puzzle, right?
I would think so. I don't know. I don't know if they roll it all out as one big piece of turf or if there's sections to it.
Just the way I'm looking down the third baseline, it looks like a little different shade on the base. Here's the 1-1 in the air to right. Frazier shuffles back a couple of steps. Braden will catch it with the glove. 3 up, 3 down again for Northwestern. Brody has now retired 12 in a row. We'll go to the 5th. No score between Iowa and Northwestern. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Ooh, got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
Here's an easy pill to swallow. Right now, earn a 5-cent fuel saver on every prescription you fill at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. That's 5 cents off per gallon of gas for each prescription filled at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to fill your prescriptions. Just call or stop by your local Hy-Vee pharmacy and let us handle the rest. You can also fill online or use the mobile app. Fill a prescription and start earning today. Some restrictions apply. See your pharmacy or Hy-Vee.com for details.
As he did in the second inning, Sam Honar will lead things off in the Hawkeye 5th. Zipping right along. A lot of zeros on the board. 4 of them for each team. Iowa's got 1 hit. Northwestern has 1 hit. And they came in the first inning. It's been quiet offensively since then. Credit both pitching staffs. Here's Honar against Utagawa, who is back out there again. Why wouldn't he be? Sam takes a fastball just outside. I feel like if we get any type of pressure on the base paths, we can get back to our ways of stealing bases or at least get this guy to go to the stretch. That'd be a start. 2-0 to Honar now.
Quite a positive start here. And again, now's the time. I mean, it's certainly it's at least 1 inning longer than you would have liked it to have been, but you're starting to get up to career high in pitches for Utagawa here.
2-0. Honar hits it off the end of the bat to short. McElpatrick throws it across. Close play at first. Sam's frustrated. He's out. Missed that one.
He chased a 2-0 pitch, went outside the zone. Fastball away, and instead of ball 3 and the pressure that you were wanting to put on, it's just a simple ground out to short.
I think he knows it too, that he chased it. Sam awfully frustrated there. Seegers in the box, squares to bunt, high strike call. 0-1.
Maryland clinches the Big Ten title in style, beating Penn State 7-4.
Standalone victors, huh? Michael hits this into shallow center. It's down for a base hit. There we go. Second hit of the day for the Hawkeyes. Comes off the end of the bat of Michael Seegers. Just flared it into left center.
Sometimes baseball squirrely, as the exit velo on Seegers' hit there is 66.
Man.
He wouldn't even get a ticket on the interstate for that.
Man. Well, we'll take it. Base runner, some pressure on Northwestern in the 5th. Kyle Huckstorf is in the box. We'll see if Michael can get a good lead and jump. First pitch to Huck. That's a strike at the knees. Ooh.
I don't think I updated. I don't think that was the pitch again. Couldn't have been.
Michael does have a good lead at first base. Northwestern was on it. Quick pick move over to first. It was close, but Seegers able to dive back in. Huck tried to bunt in the 2nd. He popped up to the catcher. See if he can find a gap somewhere in the outfield. Another pickoff move at first base. Seegers is back.
Utagawa is faster than some of the Northwestern pitchers to the plate, but not particularly quick.
0-1 to Huck, way out in front. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Seen that just a little bit too often from Kyle lately. Not timing up, almost like he's guessing a little bit and flailing at the pitch.
Better be looking high fastball here.
Here's the 0-2. It is a high fastball. Called a ball.
Ooh, that was, I guess now we know. We hadn't had very many pitches at the top of the strike zone. I guess now we know that home plate umpire Nelson doesn't like that high strike.
Very close.
That was a strike yesterday, and kind of jokingly said Brody will strike out 15 guys if he gets a strike zone that high.
No kidding. Long pause from Utagawa, and he'll throw it over to first. It's getting closer and closer over there on the pickoff move, isn't it?
Well, Michael's got a good long lead. He's got it stretched out, and he's got a pretty good read when Utagawa comes over. He's tucked in on that first base side of the rubber.
Quickly comes set this time. The 1-2 is inside. Michael takes off for second. Throw down. Got him at second base. Close play. Northwestern executes it. 2 down.
Just the third time Michael has been thrown out trying to steal.
2-2 to Huck is way high and out. Ball 3. I think it's the right call. Keep the pressure on him. They just made a good play there. Full count pitch to Huck. Right down the middle. Called third strike. Huckstorf down on strikes. It becomes a 1-2-3 inning for the Hawks in the 5th. We get a hit from Seegers. He gets caught stealing, but nothing doing for the black and gold. Bottom of the 5th coming up. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
At US Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing Us Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever. Oh my goodness.
Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to Us Mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
We're exactly 50 minutes into the game. Haven't had a run scored. We're in the bottom of the fifth between Northwestern and Iowa. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Markinson, Arnone, and Ford due up for the Wildcats in the fifth. Northwestern with one hit today. Brody has struck out 6 through 4 innings. Give up a single to Livermore, and that's been it. Check swing. Got the hands going. Didn't matter. Called strike. Low portion of the zone to Markinson. He flied out to Frazier and right back in the second inning. Brecht working quickly. The 0-1 drops in around the same spot. Nothing in 2.
Again, when Brody starts dealing the slider as well.
Yeah, he's really been able to find it in the strike zone. That one wasn't in the strike zone, but Markinson made it a strike by swinging at it. 3 pitches, 1 out. Good job from Brecht. There's another strikeout.
After you've seen 2 of those scary ones just drop right in, you're kind of guessing, will he do it to you again or will he try something different? Did it again, snapped it off and away, and couldn't hold up.
Good start to the inning for Brody. He's ready for Arnone. Fastball at the knees for a strike.
97, outside part of the plate. And low.
Yes, it's just dirty. Brecht's 0-1, a little bit too low that time for a ball. There are different paces that pitchers work at. And this is the one that suits Brody the best when he's totally locked in and working quickly. He's on the rubber. He doesn't take any time off. The 1-1 is just high.
Yeah, Brody isn't a guy that's going to stroll around. He's not grabbing a rosin bag. He's not slamming it down. He's on. He's up. He's ready.
Already ready for the next one. Yep. The 2-1, ground ball, right side. Honar, he's ready. Welcomes it in. Quickly throws it over to DeRiggi. 2 down.
Yeah, when Brody's pitching good, you could probably give him a 6-second pitch clock, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, though, there are some pitchers that work so quickly, and you're just begging for them to take a deep breath and slow it down because they're either not effective or they could use a reset. Brody is in cruise control right now.
Yeah, when you get into the mode of just pounding the zone, and again, that's been the well late on the fastball there. You get into that rhythm of rhythm. That's the word that they've been using for Brody starts. And so if it's a fast rhythm, if it's a slow rhythm, whatever his is, you just stick to it and keep going. And you've really seen that now through 4 2/3 innings here from Brody.
A ball and a strike to Ford, their catcher. 2 outs, bases empty. This one hit well to center. Huckstorf going back, but we're all right. It's going to stay in the park. Kyle makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down once again for Northwestern.
Drama builder.
Yeah, that one, I was worried, John. Off the bat, it looked good. It was a hard hit ball, but it's all right. Huck makes the grab. We're through 5, no score. Time to get on the scoreboard. What do you say?
I'm all for it.
All right, back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oaknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
Frazier, Moss, and Wilmus coming to the plate in the top of the 6th inning. 3 hits combined between these two teams. Iowa with 2 of them. Northwestern with just 1. Who would have thought that Utagawa would still be in the game in the 6th?
No, this is, we've talked through different starts in the year of kind of where the Hawkeye win was, where the push was, and where the other team's win was. This is a Northwestern win, 100%, and add an exponent to it if you want.
Sure.
I mean, this is to get Utagawa into the 6th inning is so far beyond what they could have expected and hoped for in the dugout, and to have him do it at 56 pitches. He's got a career high in pitches, but it's not like he took his career high from 53 to 80. He's got it from 53 to 56. Still throwing 70% strikes, and so and has had no stress.
Yep.
Hawkeyes had one at bat with a runner in scoring position and one at bat with a runner on base.
Braden Frazier in the box, swinging at the first pitch and tapping it foul in front of the Northwestern dugout. Frazier 0 for 1 today with a strikeout.
I mean, I'm a big fan of patience and trying to work him out, but it's another first pitch strike.
Swing and a miss there over the top of the slider, 0-2.
Probably another strike.
Yep.
It's close, and that's now Frazier's again got to be ready for the fastball. It's how he got him last time.
Slider low, mixed it up that time, 1-2. Let's help this pitcher. Let's help his day come to an end. Don't want to see him much longer. 1-2, Braden lines it. Fair ball! Down the line and left. It kicked up the chalk. Frazier headed for 2. It'll be a double. How about that for B4? Yes!
What a piece of hitting from Braden Frazier there. Low fastball. Knew what was coming. Kind of the first time he got heated up exactly the way the scouting report was. That time he laid off a slider in the dirt, didn't chase it. Got another pitch, 1-2, was ready for it. Fastball, 92 mile an hour, well located again. It was down, it was a little in, and don't be surprised to see a little bunt action here with Cade Moss.
Moss in the box has been a fine bunter this season. Coach Heller flashed some signs to both Frazier and Cade. Cade squares to bunt early. Here's the pitch. Cade puts it down the third base line. It's picked up and thrown across accurately at first base. Cade Moss does his job as Frazier gets to third.
Absolutely perfect bunt there. He made the third baseman field it, so when the third baseman charges and takes it, there's nobody behind. Frazier easily. Frazier moonwalks into third base. Yep. It's easy to get there. Now, finally, runner in scoring, runner at 90 feet away with just 1 out.
Ground ball to the right side, sac fly. I mean, he'd love a base hit to really keep it going on him. It's Wilmus who's up. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Time called and a slow walk to the mound from Northwestern's pitching coach. So we'll delay the first pitch to Wilmus. Ben is trying to figure it out, but with Wilmus, the way it goes is against really good pitching, it takes a couple at bats, and he usually figures things out as he goes along.
Well, he's been, we've talked about Ben being a menace and able to work guys trying to nibble on edges and things. Utagawa really hasn't tried to nibble edges. He's dotted a couple pitches, but he's been in the zone. I mean, that's Hawks have hit a couple balls hard, but for some reason, somehow he's been able to miss barrels, even being in the zone a little bit. He's been off the plate. He really has never been center. So he's been off on the the outer thirds, I guess is the best way to put it. It hasn't really been all the way out to the black or the bottom part of a strike zone, but he's been on the outer thirds of the plate and done a nice job. And you feel like in a game like this where chances have been so few, you better claim them when you get them.
And this is one of those chances for Iowa. 1 out. Frazier at third. Wilmus in the box. First pitch to him. High and tight, ball one.
Good take there. I was kind of waiting for umpire Nelson to show the fist, but it was up, and he hasn't particularly cared for those so far.
1-0 to Wilmus. Swing and a miss. Probably chased that one. Looked low. It's 1-1.
And that's what one of the innings that I think got under Coach Heller's skin yesterday was the 5-pitch 7th inning. Top of the order. Expanded the strike zone. Come on, Ben.
Ben squares to bunt, puts it down the first base line. Here comes Frazier. He'll score. Nobody's covering first. The Hawks have the lead. How about that for Benny Wilmus?
What a bunt there. That is a tough pitch. Fastball moving in on the hands, up in the chest. Wilmus lays down a beauty. And the Hawks finally break through and take the lead.
That's the best play of the weekend, John. Perfect execution. That's how you do it. Pressure applied. Hawks lead 1-0 in the 6th.
Keep adding.
Yes. Here's Peterson. Try a pickoff move at first to keep Wilmus close. Petey's in the box with 1 out. He's 0 for 2 today. I don't imagine somebody's getting going in that bullpen for Northwestern. They do have a righty getting loose. First pitch to Petey. Ground ball. Back to the pitcher. He'll throw it to second for 1. Double trouble. Throw to first is not in time. They get the lead runner, Wilmus, out at second base. Peterson will stand at first.
Cue-balled that one. He was looking fastball. Instead got a breaking ball. Hit it almost off the end of the bat. 47 mile an hour exit velo on that one. Still have a chance to keep adding,
Well, with one swing of the bat, DeRiggi can, really put the hammer down. He's in the box. First pitch to him, high and outside, ball 1. Fans love a properly executed bunt that brings home a run, don't they, John? Especially, and our fans are accustomed to it.
Yeah, Heller ball and a little bit of short game there, and that's what scratch it any way you can get it. Just come around and figure out how to get a run.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs to DeRiggi. Peterson at first base. The delivery, Brennan crushed it, deep to left. Get going, baby. It is gone. Brennan DeRiggi. Boom.
He sent it to the Hawkeye bus. All of a sudden, 3-0. DeRiggi goes 104 off the bat. Almost got one in the first inning. Gets it here in the 6th. And the Hawks get the crooked number they desperately needed.
1 swing of the bat, John.
Home run number, lucky number 13 for DeRiggi. And that will do it for a fantastic outing for Utagawa. I mean, let's not lose track of that, how good an outing this was. They asked a lot out of him. He gave them everything, but Hawks finally get to him here in the 6th.
It took us a while, but we finally cracked him, and he's out of the game. Hawks with 3 runs in the 6th. Tip your cap there for Utagawa. It was a good effort from him. He'll exit the game. Northwestern will go to the bullpen. We'll take a pitching change break. Iowa on the scoreboard, 3-0 over Northwestern. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
At US Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing US Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever. Oh my goodness.
Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to US Mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
New pitcher into the game for Northwestern. They'll go with the right-handed junior, Luke Beneke.
12 appearances on the year, 8 starts. He is 0-8, 11.85 ERA, 41 innings, 67 hits, 54 runs. They've all been earned. That's pretty amazing, actually. 24 walks, 34 strikeouts. Opponents getting him at a 370 clip. What was Beneke's number? Let's see here. Fastball's got a good movement to it again. It's going to be 90 to 93, so low 90s. Got a little slider, a little changeup. But really, it's has trouble commanding the off-speed stuff. So it's going to be a fastball, kind of that the Hawkeyes have seen a million different times. And so, as you can tell, the guys have had other teams have had a pretty good round of beating up on him a little bit, and Hawks will just need to do all they can to continue that trend.
Broken through the dam here in the 6th. 3 runs across. Iowa getting the scoring started, hopefully not done for the black and gold. Raider Tello will get the first look at Beneke. Out of the stretch, first pitch to Raider is a strike, high outside corner. That's low and out there, evening the count at 1. Tello today 0 for 2. He's ready for the 1-1. Breaking ball stayed high, ball 2.
Spinny up in the zone. That's kind of the thing. Breaking ball doesn't have a ton of movement on it. It just kind of stays up high and spins.
2-1. Raider drives it down the line to right. This will get into the Iowa bullpen. Foul ball, 2-2. Raiders got a ton of room in left center, doesn't he? Wow, the center fielder shifted over to right. 2-2, Raider let it rip and hit it foul.
Boy, did he expand the strike zone there. Not every guy can go up and make contact with that pitch.
Very few. That one was...
Yeah, that was the bill of the cap again.
Yep.
He got up there, 91-mile-an-hour fastball, and he fouled it straight back.
Hang tough here, Tello. The 2-2. That's low. Ball 3. Great discipline there. He went just like you'd anticipate, super high to super low.
Right, trying to change the eye level. He's going to come back. I can't imagine him trying to throw the spinner again, so you've got to be ready for fastball.
3-2, ripped back to the net. Full count. This is a good welcome into the game for Beneke. He's having to throw a lot of pitches to one guy. Here's the 3-2.
What a breaking ball.
Yeah, got punched out. Low outside corner. Tello thought he walked. That had a little backdoor action to it. I don't know what kind of pitch that was.
Raider was trying to sell something that the home plate umpire wasn't buying. That pitch was easily a strike. Raider just was looking fastball and couldn't fight off the off speed. No harm done.
All right, Iowa does damage on the RBI bunt single from Ben Wilmus, followed up by the 2-run bomb from Brennan Durigge. 3-0 Hawks will go to the bottom of the 6th. Here comes Brody Brecht for another inning. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, they've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
8-9-1 due up for the Wildcats. They'll be led off by McElpatrick. Iowa leading 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Northwestern with just one hit. Brody is already in the zone. First pitch, swing and a miss. How big is a shutdown inning here, John?
Well, it's just, yesterday Iowa couldn't do it. Iowa put up 4 single runs yesterday. Every time they put up a single, they gave up a run to Northwestern. So need to come back with that. If you want to kind of be a nervous, negative Nelly as well, this is the inning obviously Brody had some trouble with last week at the bottom of the order.
A nice job on McElpatrick so far. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Might be on his way there again as the 1-2 from Brecht. It's low and out. Moss able to knock it down.
Get a little deeper into this game and we can dive into kind of what it might mean for the tournament.
Sure. Here's a foul ball hit to the parking lot to the right.
We know Maryland's 1.
They're the 1 seed.
And 2 through 8 is still a bunch of question marks.
The 2-2. Called third strike. Got him on the inside corner.
Just another great pitch. And Brody has the bottom of the order just baffled right now with pitches. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate gives him no chance.
Bottom of the order with Minarovic. He's also 0 for 1. Brody throws a fastball high that backs him off the plate.
Just in case you're thinking about diving after a slider, and let me stand you up with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
Goes high fastball, swing and a miss there.
Slightly below the bill of the cap. Again, you're not going to hit that one.
No.
I mean,
Brody working quickly, not going to hit that one either. 1-2.
97 in the zone that time, but not hittable in the zone.
Out of the windup, Brody zips another one by him. Minarovic could not lay off any of those high fastballs. Another strikeout for Brecht. He's up to 9.
Well, if you see something somebody likes, keep giving it to him. And I'm not sure in which world Minarovic thinks he can hit that, but it's not in this one today.
Yeah. Not this one. Brecht and Livermore will do battle once again. Brody decides I'll go with a slider this time.
Kill the walk-up music.
Yep. 1-0 pitch from Brecht. In the dirt, 2-0. 2 outs, bases empty in the 6th.
Saw this last time. He hit the fastball. He was late, but hit the fastball in the first inning for a single, and Brody went to work with sliders after that.
Ball 3 from Brody now. He'll take a little bit of a stroll off the backside of the mound, regroup, and come back on.
Find his rhythm again, get back to that spot, focus on this pitch.
3-0 pitch. High, a 4-pitch walk, and that'll break the chain after Brody had retired 17 in a row. And Livermore's the only guy that has done anything for Northwestern against him. He's got the lone Wildcat hit, and now he draws the 4-pitch walk in the 6th.
Interestingly enough, that one wasn't even, actually that was probably, had to be 18 in a row then, wouldn't it? Let the first guy on, retired the next.
Well, I haven't got the third out this inning.
17 guys, you're right.
Ferrer's in the box. He waves and misses at the first pitch he sees from Brecht in this at bat. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 0-1 from Brecht. Ground ball left side. This is Seegers. He'll leap and field it. Throw it to Honar for the force out at second base. What an outing from Brody Brecht. The chain breaks at 17, but he picks it right back up and gets the third out on the ground out in the 6th. Iowa 3, Northwestern nothing. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
An easy pill to swallow? Right now, earn a 5-cent fuel saver on every prescription you fill at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. That's 5 cents off per gallon of gas for each prescription filled at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to fill your prescriptions. Just call or stop by your local Hy-Vee pharmacy and let us handle the rest. You can also fill online or use the mobile app. Fill a prescription and start earning today. Some restrictions apply. See your pharmacy or Hy-Vee.com for details.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatKirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Iowa with a 3-0 lead on Northwestern as we get to the top of the 7th inning. The Hawks with 5 hits this afternoon. Northwestern with just 1. We'll get things started with Sam Honar. He led off the 5th. Sam's 0 for 2 today. Let's add to the lead right here. Pitcher for Northwestern is Luke Beneke. Sam swings and misses at the first pitch that he sees on the outside corner.
Yeah, that's how he made the out in his last at-bat. You just show us that patience, Sam.
Yep.
Really good when you're driving that ball, especially on those outside pitches. If you want to swing at them, I'm all for it. But then make sure you're trying to drive those balls into the left center field gap instead.
A ball and a strike. Low and outside there, 2-1. Seegers on deck for Iowa. Sam has put the ball in play all 3 times today. This one ripped down the line and right. No, that one's just foul.
I finally didn't have to lean in front of you to see one. That was right in front of me the whole time.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be okay, and then it had a little hook tail on it. I was talking to the guys, I think it was yesterday, where I was talking to the guys in batting practice. We got a ball right behind here. Talking to the guys about playing golf, and Sam actually plays golf right-handed. I was a little surprised by that.
Well, formerly a switch hitter.
That's true.
And is totally shifted over to the left side. Here's a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove. So Honar down on strikes in his 3rd plate appearance.
See if Seegers can get the inning started again.
Michael singled his last time up in the blooper over the shortstop's head. Later caught stealing, which is a rare occurrence for Michael. That pitch was below the knees but called a strike.
Wow.
First of its kind we've seen this afternoon.
We went full expansion.
Yeah. 0-1 pitch to Michael. Same spot, maybe a little bit higher. It's a called strike, 0-2. Sieg's a bit puzzled in there.
I'm a little less angry about that one. That first pitch was, but now, again, you talk about how it can dictate an at-bat. Instead of 2-0, it's 0-2, misses low and away there. We were talking about that yesterday. You know, the umpire had a fairly consistent, fairly large strike zone and then got bigger in the 9th inning, and you can really manipulate some at-bats that way.
Michael rips this foul to the left side. Count will remain 1-2 with 1 out, bases empty for the Hawks in the 7th. On top of Northwestern, 3-0 in the rubber match.
And I'll go back to, like, we talk about all the players. The umpires aren't going to call every pitch exactly the same every single time. And I certainly couldn't do that job at any level of goodness. So
no,
it's more just the misses low and away again. The observational stuff of just what you can see and trying to explain, hey, this is maybe why a hitter struck out this time, or this is why an at-bat went south in a hurry, was because ooh.
Michael battled that one off. Yeah. See Seegers swing at a pitch like that too often. It was way up and in. And he might have been a combination of him trying to get out of the way of it, but he turned towards the field of play and tomahawked it foul.
It might have became the easiest way to get out of the way was just to swing the bat.
Mm-hmm.
He'd have been hustling down to first base trying to beat it on the wild pitch.
This one ripped down the line and just foul and left. That was close.
Beneke,
certainly foul, though.
Beneke hung a breaking ball there, and Seegers was all over it. You know, he gets him up and away, thinks, oh, maybe I can get him, I can sneak one past him here on a spinner, and Seegers was all over it, just a little too early.
Well, we'll do it again at 2-2. Michael pops this up to left. Ferrer is over towards the line, and he caught it.
Good at-bat, just a good battle from Beneke to be just a touch better and take care of Seegers.
2 down now for Kyle Huckstorf. Kyle's 0 for 2 this afternoon. He swings at the first pitch and tapped it foul.
I feel like Kyle's had a quiet month.
Yeah. Remember, he came back from injury and was really good, really hot right away. And I think you're right. It's just been a tough go for Kyle. Just kind of looks out of sorts in the box. The swing physically doesn't look as smooth as it was earlier. It just kind of seems everything's leaning back on the back foot. But you know, at a moment's notice, he can turn it around. There's a strike at the knees. It's 1-2.
Wow. Again.
Very low.
Exceptionally low.
Benecke's ready with the 1-2. Here it comes. Lined into right. Rustich moving back, and he'll backpedal and grab it. 3 up, 3 down for Iowa in the 7th. Will stretch things out. Hawks lead at 3-0. This is Iowa baseball from Learfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Bottom of the 7th inning in Evanston, Iowa 3, Northwestern nothing in the regular season finale. The Hawkeyes will go to the bullpen now for this inning, turning to the right-handed Jack Whitlock.
Whitlock is 6-0 on the season, 13 appearances, 1 start, has a save as well. 1.12 ERA, 24 innings, 11 hits, 7 runs, just 3 of those are earned, 5 walks, 26 strikeouts. And with a pitching staff full of amazing batting average against numbers, Whitlock's only allowing a 139 batting average against. So
I believe that's the best on the team.
Best on the team. Although Brody Brecht's going to put a number up there that make a move on that, as Brody got his down to 140. It was 149 coming into the game. And
once the stats get updated.
Speaking of Brody Brecht, let's finish him up. 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, just 1 walk. 9 strikeouts. He faced 20 batters, 79 pitches, and just an impressive 50 strikes. So almost, is that 62, almost 63% strikes. So just a great outing from Brody.
And with the Big Ten tournament looming next week, it's the right decision. Brody's in line for the win. Really no reason to throw him out there again for another inning.
No, and obviously what you kind of hoped for. No, I know exactly what you're saying, and you'd hoped for. The plan was, hey, win this game 15-0. We'll throw Brody 3 innings and get him some rest and do all that great stuff.
I do want to add, with the arms that you have available in the bullpen, there's
Correct.
no reason to send him back out there.
Correct. There was no reason to overstress. I mean, you've obviously got Jack. You haven't thrown Sav yet. You've got Christo down there that hasn't thrown. You've got such as Wheatley kind of poke through. You got a lot of guys that you have a lot of confidence in that haven't thrown yet. And this is I was kind of hassling Jack. He's become Brody's alter ego.
Right.
But a darn good pitcher in his own right.
Very much so. Rustich is the first batter that'll see him, and a good pitch on the inside corner to get him started in the 7th. Iowa 3-0 over Northwestern, trying to pick up their 39th win of the season. Here's the 0-1 to Rustich, just low and out. That's a ball.
Ooh. Yeah, the joke on Jack was in June of 2024 when Brody's name's called for the Major League Draft to be the Seattle Mariners with the 17th pick take Brody Brecht, and that's 17B's Jack Whitlock.
Yeah.
Because we need him to come in and finish games out.
Rustich skies this into shallow right. It's Honar, the second baseman, who will go back and grab it for out number 1. That's a big first out there for Jack.
Oh, absolutely. And again, 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball inside, 89-mile-an-hour dots the outside part of the plate, doesn't get the call. 77-mile-an-hour breaking ball elevated up, gets it popped up. he's just got such a good array of pitches, moves them around, locates well. Again, give him a hard time for coming in and finishing up Brody, but he's a very strong pitcher. And another great, that's a high fastball right there for a strike. And, even though, he wants his own personality and all that fun stuff, he's embraced the role. And whoever he needs to finish up for, as he brought in, he did it for Ty in Minnesota and whatever it takes. And even as we talked about it on the drive over here, the Sunday starter next year, if you think Marcus and Brody are Friday, Saturday next year, Jack could absolutely stake a claim to, hey, give me that Sunday role. I'll give you 5-6 innings, especially if you give me all winter to work on it, build up some arm strength again to go those 6-7 innings and keep it all up.
He's got Tanner in a good spot right now with the bases empty and 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whitlock with the pitch. Crushed to left, but that'll hook foul, thank goodness.
Is that his wristband behind
I think it is, yeah. A little debris there that's catching our eye because it's black on the green turf. I was thinking about Whitlock in a starting capacity. Any chance that you see it this year as we get to the postseason? 1-2 pitch, reached for it and got a piece of it to tap it foul.
Wow, was he fooled? Maybe. Great solid answer for you. I mean, if you said, okay, your Tuesday start is Marcus and you get 6 or 7 innings out of Marcus, and you go Thursday and you end up with the way things look, Ty in the rotation, and then maybe you go Sunday or Saturday and you get
another reach and tap foul there, 1-2. Go ahead, John.
You get Brody to give 6-7 strong innings again on next Saturday. Then maybe Sunday. I mean, obviously you've got Volker, who's a good opportunity. You've got Whitlock, who's a good opportunity. So you've got Sav, who's a good opportunity. You got some guys that could do that. And then if you get you lose a game early and have to add some games, well then all kinds of different things come into play. But
I think for next year, certainly a possibility.
For sure, for sure. I mean, his stuff is just so good.
The 2-2 off the end of the bat. Deriggy's going to have to watch it. It'll stay foul though.
Good at bat from Tanner. He's been fooled 3 times and found ways to put a bat cap on it and stay alive.
Jack's been throwing that spinner outside. Tanner today is 0 for 2, much like a lot of the Northwestern lineup.
There's a lot of that going around on the Wildcat side right now.
Their DH, right-handed hitter. He does have a strikeout as well. The 2-2. Make it 2 strikeouts. Outside corner from Captain Jack. 2 down.
I really want to know what he just said there. There was an anger at himself, and then there was something when he looked back and said something to the umpire. But that ball's just an easy strike, a big floater right in there. Again, when I was talking to him out in the outfield, Jack's frisbee that he's just throwing in there.
The entire pitch, the entire ball was in the strike zone, John. So that anger from Tanner, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that it was directed towards himself.
Yeah, I should have fouled that one off too, but that's the fun part about Whitlock again is the speed variation.
Markinson is the batter now. Take a guess. Also 0 for 2. He's worked a 1-1 count on Whitlock here with 2 outs. Bottom 7, Iowa 3-0. Base is empty. Whitlock out of the windup. Here comes the 1-1. Just low and out, ball 2.
74-mile-an-hour breaking ball, 77, and then pop up a fastball that just misses at 89.
Jack's really been working the outside part of the plate against these right-handed hitters. Here comes a 2-1. Goes inside there, a little bit low as well. That's a ball. 3-1 with Arnone on deck. You got to be careful.
Yeah, we'll could end up with a game here real quick.
Battle here, Jack. 3-1. Off the end of the bat, hit it right to DeRiggi. Brennan will pick it up. He'll throw up the hand to Whitlock and take it himself. He waited for Markinson to get kind of close and then just a little tap of the base over there at first.
Makes him run it all the way out. He did that to his buddy Hester at Texas Tech, and I thought it was just a buddy thing, but he does that to pretty much everybody.
3 up, 3 down for Northwestern in the 7th. Iowa will look to add to their 3-0 lead right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing Us Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever. Oh my goodness.
Visit U.S. Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to Us Mode, even if you're not a customer. U.S. Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
Top of the 8th inning, John Evans, John Leo. Northwestern brings in a new pitcher, Kobe Moe, 6'4", 285-pound senior from Grayslake, Illinois. He is 1-0 on the season through 12 appearances. He has a 9 ERA, 17 innings, 31 hits, 21 runs. 17 of those were earned, 7 walks, 24 strikeouts. Opponents getting him at a 378. He's going to come in. He's got that fastball. It's going to be right around 90 plus or minus a little bit. Curveball, changeup, buddy of Ty Snap.
There you go. Take a look at this guy. Looks like a lumberjack.
He's the emergency third string backup first baseman.
This is the guy that we saw over there.
This is that guy, yeah.
That's right, at first base during BP.
Yep.
All right, so
he looks
like
a
little power behind that.
He looks like a good dude to hang out with.
Yes,
though.
yeah.
If I'm gonna be
take that where you want to.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna, he looks like a guy that'd be kind of just, he'd be fun to hang out with, and I hope the Iowa bats do a ton of damage to him.
All right, Braden Frazier will be the first Hawkeye to see him. What's this guy's name? Kobe Moe. Kobe Moe. All right. Got a big mullet, comes out the back of his hat. Here's Frazier. First pitch strike to him. All right. Outside corner. Frazier really got us going in the 6th. Hit that double that kicked off the line and left.
All right. If Frazier read the scouting report, he knows the fastball's coming right now.
Here comes the 0-1.
Ooh.
Inside for a ball. Close. Good pitch, but off the plate.
Spun it. Good mix up there as he. Kind of a heavy spin guy. Likes to throw the sliders, but now Frazier be on point here.
Here's a ground ball up the middle and through into center field. Have a day, Braden Frazier. He's on with the leadoff single.
And he was right on point. Fastball actually down low, below the zone. Frazier went right down and got it, just rolled it right up the middle.
Excellent job for Frazier. He's kind of saved our bacon today.
Put the leadoff guy on. Hawks could sure use a couple more here.
Just to feel safe. Up 3-0 in the 8th. That's the 6th hit of the game for the Hawkeyes. Frazier's got a third of them. Here's Moss. He'll square to bunt early. The pitch from Moe. Cade pulls it back, lifts it into center. It is down for a base hit. Frazier round second. He'll slam on the brakes right there and stay put. Smart play there. How about that from Moss? He squared to bunt, said, nope, psych, I'm going to swing it.
Pulled it back. You saw Menarvik start to walk in, and he got to about college softball depth and decided I need to stop.
Otherwise, it's going to get dangerous.
And it got dangerous in a hurry. Now, see, are we still singing for Brennan? crowd singing. Iowa crowd sings "Happy Birthday" a lot, so I get
see it about every game now. Wilmus will square to bunt. Here's the pitch to Ben. He puts it down the third base line. It'll roll just foul. Okay, we'll try it again though. I think it's a great idea here.
It's not an easy bunt with I mean, he's got traffic all over the place. Now, the way that Northwestern played it there, the shortstop rolled in behind Frazier at second. Third baseman charged hard. So any ball on the ground is a successful bunt. You just have to keep it fair. I guess they could try to turn two if you bunted it hard at somebody with the shortstop at second.
Execute here. A 1 pitch to Wilmus. Pulled it back. Runner's going for a third. Throw down. Did they get him? Oh, we got him at third. Frazier's going to be out there. Moss gets to second base.
Hawks tried to take advantage of how Northwestern was covering it. They basically left third base open the time before. That time, the third baseman hustled back, was able to, really couldn't find a way. But again, kind of showing his gold glove prowess over there today. Finds the short hop throw, stabs behind, and makes the tag.
Count is 0-2 for Wilmus. The pitch, that's in the dirt. That's a ball. Yeah, that was a very strange play. Third baseman has had to run back to the bag and catch it at the same time and then apply the tag.
Yeah, might have out-cuted ourselves there. Almost would have rather seen that the first time, but I know you're trying to see what the defense is. Good job from Northwestern to change up their coverage.
A ball and 2 strikes to Wilmus. Line sharply foul to the right side.
Quick glance around the Big Ten. Purdue and Nebraska tied at 3, bottom of the 5th. Ohio State looking for the sweep over Michigan. Wow, 5-2, top of the 5th inning. Tennessee Martin getting the better of Illinois again, 7-4. And the game that really matters to the Hawks, the other one that really matters.
This one gets to the backstop. Thrown way outside. Moss will get to third. That's an important run over there.
Absolutely. Add another one. And the other game that really matters, Indiana-Michigan State tied at 1, headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Let's go Sparty.
Sparty would be a good piece of action for the Hawks.
Yep. If Iowa holds on here and Michigan State beats Indiana, the Hawkeyes would be the 2 seed at the Big Ten tournament.
Which would, I think, well, depending on, again, how some other things go, that could get them a game with Michigan State there in Omaha.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Wilmus. Infield is in, runner at third. That pitch is outside. Great hang there from Ben. Count will be full. Peterson on deck.
A really nice job from Ben there as that ball was bending all the way across, stuck with it, let it get outside the zone. Got this count all the way back to full now. Right center, Ben.
The 3-2, that's low. We'll take a walk. First walk of the game, right? Yes.
Yeah, and today they haven't hit anybody. So, I mean, they really limited free bases yesterday. Done a very good job today as well. And now your sacrifice was almost successful. Instead of having runners on second and third, they're split. So you kind of got to where you were willing to get to in the first place, but.
And you wonder if Wilmus thinks about stealing here. I can't imagine that Mo is quick to the plate.
He actually is.
Quick move over to first.
Yeah, he's the fastest guy to the plate that we've seen from.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd think a big, tall guy might not be quick, but takes just a good slide step. Good wide stance there and just a good slide step.
Peterson will watch the first one go by for a strike on the outside corner. Sam today is 0 for 3. Grounded into a fielder's choice. His last time up would later score on the 2-run shot from Brennan DeRiggi. 3-0 Iowa in the 8th. Runners at the corners with 1 out. 0-1 pitch to Peterson is on its way. Swing and a miss. Slow breaking ball. Sam waited about as long as he could.
What an outstanding breaking ball that was. 71 miles an hour. Broke all the way across the plate and dotted the outside corner. Petey was just over the top of it.
0-2 delivery. It hit him. Just caught a little bit of Peterson on the inside corner. And the bases are loaded.
That ball is almost a strike. Petey is right on top of the plate and just barely catches him. And we'll have a mound visit after we have some words for the home plate umpire on our way out.
I wonder what part that hit for Petey. It looks like Northwestern will make a change, but maybe the forearm, grazed the forearm a bit.
Just barely. And again, there were times yesterday that ball got called a strike.
Yeah. All right, bases are loaded for Brennan Durigge with 1 out in the 8th, trying to put the finishing touches on the Wildcats here in Evanston. Iowa 3-0. We'll step aside for the pitching change break. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Bases loaded for Brennan Durigge in the top of the 8th. Iowa 3, Northwestern nothing. The Wildcats have turned to the bullpen. They'll go with the left-handed senior Ryan Keenan.
He's their best ERA guy. We were talking about it on Friday when they brought him into a game that was, or Thursday, when they brought him into the game that was a little out of hand. 4.86 ERA in 15 appearances. 16 2/3 innings, 14 hits, 9 runs. They've all been earned. He has walked 17 guys, so some control issue, which could be a problem with the bases loaded. 15 strikeouts. Opponents just hitting him at 237, but again, part of that is a high walk total. Pitched on Thursday, threw an inning, gave up just a walk as he pitched the 8th inning, gave up a walk, and otherwise it was a clean inning. No hits, no runs, no strikeouts. Threw 16 pitches on Friday.
All right. Well, we'll see what he's got this time around. He'll face the Hawkeye hero. So far, Durigge 2 for 3 with a double, but the 2-run home run in the 6th, that's what stands out. First pitch strike on the outside corner. Durigge didn't want anything to do with that.
No, and that's Keenan's got a lot of pitches. You know, he's a 4-pitch mix guy and will really throw about anything, but again, has had a hard time finding the zone with all of them all the time. Oof.
This one almost got to the backstop. That's a heck of a play by Ford to dive over to his left and forward to pick it on the short hop.
What a crazy good stop there from Ford. Holy cow, he had no business catching that. That ball was almost to the outside of the right-handed batter's box, and he made a scoop.
Moss at third, Wilmus at second, Peterson at first. 1-1 pitch to Durigge, low and in, ball 2.
That's another one of those that's pretty close to the plate, but he missed his spot so bad that you're never going to get the umpire to call that a strike just because it doesn't look like a strike once the catcher has to kind of flail over for it.
Iowa can break it open in the 8th. Bases loaded. The 2-1 to Durigge, inside corner, 2-2.
Went right back to the spot, but that time Ford was set up there. Good pitch. Now we're having some fun.
Yeah. Brennan's been patient in this at-bat. Looking for something a little better than he's seen. The 2-2 down the line and right. It'll hook foul.
Got a good breaking ball. Inside part of the plate, but belt high. Durigge was all over it, just a little ahead of it and ripped it down the line.
Ton of room in right center.
Yeah, I'm just
baffled. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Keenan's ready. The pitch. Ground ball to the right side. This could be tough. Durigge takes off for first a little bit late. The run will score. Oh, hold on a minute. We've got time called And it looks like we have catcher's interference here, John.
Oh, my.
That's big time for the Hawks. The run will score. DeRiggi's going to be safe at first base. That's why he took so long to get out of the box. It's 4-0, and the bases will stay loaded for Tello.
So take the out off the board, just one away. There we got it. They were never going to turn two there because of the shift. So the shortstop tried to charge it, see if he could swipe tag. Petey going past. No matter now. Hawks up 4-0. Bases still loaded, still just one out to reset everything.
Could be Tello time here, John. First pitch to Rader, outside for a ball.
He deserves a better adios pelota than you gave him yesterday.
Boy, I took a lot of heat for that. He thought it was a no-doubter off the bat. I had to be accurate with the call and say that it did go off the right fielder's glove.
He knew exceptionally well that was not out of the ballpark. He told me, he said he thought I popped it up to second.
1-0 pitch to Rader. Line drive. Base hit into center. Here comes Wilmus. He'll score. Petey, he's rounding third. He'll score 2. Tello time. Ring, ring. It's 6-0.
Atta baby Rader. 101 up the box. He and I had talked a lot about it, too. You know, he's hitting 300 this year, and he feels like he's had no luck at all. And I said, just imagine that. I said, if you keep sticking to the process, keep hitting the ball hard, all of a sudden next year you're going to hit 360 and you're going to have 12 home runs because you're doing the right thing over and over. He continues to stick to the process there, catches one out over the plate, drives it up the middle, and I think we're going to get another pitching change.
Slow walk to the mound by their head coach, and yes, Keenan is out of there. Iowa with 3 more runs in the 8th. It's 6-0 now. New pitcher coming in for Northwestern. We'll get you his information right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Still in the top of the 8th, Iowa 6, Northwestern nothing. They go to the bullpen once again. They'll go with a senior righty, Jack Sauser.
Sauser's 0-1 on the season in 12 appearances, 10.57 ERA, 15 1/3 innings, 26 hits, 18 runs, 18 of them earned, 6 walks, 16 strikeouts. Opponents getting him at a 356 clip. Sauser is, I've lost my sheet. Oh, I lost this because I lost his number. How am I doing? Fastball's going to be up, again, right around 90, a little below. But he's kind of a guy that tries to keep the ball down. Throws a lot of fastballs, but then it's got some sink on it. So a little bit different movement that way. So trying to maybe get a ground ball and see if they can finish up the inning that way.
Runners at first and second for the Hawks. Really putting things together. Up to 9 hits now. That kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, after just as early the way the game went, 5 innings we were through. We had 3 hits for each team.
Yeah, it's incredible. Honar will try to get us to double digits. They try a pickoff move at second. DeRiggi is able to get back without a dive.
I said to look, still 2-1 for the Hawks. Tello at first, DeRiggi at second.
Yep.
On the 2-run Tello single. I'm back.
Yes, there we go. Way high and out to start off Honar's at bat. He's 0 for 3 today. Right fielder is respecting Sam's power out there, isn't he? Holy cow, he's deep.
We've seen it. Well, again, I'm not sure how deep that fence is over there, especially in the just outside, especially in the hard right field spot. I think it gets deeper as you go to the scoreboard. If Sam tries to beat one off his face on the scoreboard, I think that's a long ways.
Yes.
But I think right down the line, I think that's a pretty short, pretty gettable porch.
2 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Honar. Hits it foul and missed it, I think.
Yeah, I thought it caught more of the plate. It was actually right on the outside part of the plate, so maybe not a pitch he would have been able to really drive hard anyway.
Sauser looks in for the sign. Boy, he's tall, isn't he? Here's a 2-1. Sam pops this up left side. That should get out of play. It will. It'll be a 2-2 count now for the Hawkeye second baseman.
It looks that way. 6'6", 205. So it's 6'4", 285 and 6'6", 205.
Couple inches, couple of pounds. Honar calmly waving the bat through the zone. Now he brings it up to his shoulder. Ready for the 2-2. Pop fly right side. It'll scatter the kids playing in the lawn over there to the right. And a foul ball. Sauser taking his time. He's finally got the sign. The 2-2 off the end of the bat. This is a swinging bunt down the third base side. Sauser falls down. Couldn't pick it up. Bases will be loaded again.
That'll probably go as a hit. That was going to be a tough play all day, every day. And again, the green turf is just a little bit shorter, and so especially a little damp still, just from all the humidity and things that are still in the air. You try to plant, and it's just feet went right out from under him, and all of a sudden a little cue ball single, and the bases are loaded.
His scored as a single. Iowa's got their 10th hit of the game. And Michael Seegers will test his luck with a nest full of Hawks.
Ooh, I like that. That was good.
Took us to the final series of the season for me to get to that one, huh? Ball 1 to Michael. Iowa on the brink of batting around here unless Seegers hits into double trouble.
Why would you even say that?
The reverse jinx.
Ah, okay.
1-0 to Michael. Line drive, base hit into left center. DeRiggi will score. They're waving Tello. He'll score with ease. Honar can jog to third. It's a 2 RBI double for Seegers.
Michael Seegers took the fastball, just drove it out. High fastball, just chopped it over the shortstop's head, scooted it out into the gap. And we are a lot more relaxed than we were 30 minutes ago.
Isn't that the truth, John? I feel like I could finally take a little bit of a deeper breath and not be so tense. 8-0 Hawks in the 8th. Here's Huckstorf. This one gets to the backstop. Runner will come down and score. That's Honar. He's fired up. It's 9-0.
And again, I think everybody knew what this meant. You know, hey, I don't care what, I don't care how strong-willed you are. They all see social media. They all know kind of what the attitude was toward the loss yesterday.
Yeah. Honar fouls it, or rather Huckstorf fouls it to the right side. It's 1-1.
You know, they knew they knew what needed to get done today, and you know, through 5 innings, we had a heck of a pitcher's duel.
Really did.
Which good pitch there.
Strike on the inside corner.
Which was not on the agenda, quite frankly.
Agreed. Yeah, I was totally surprised by it.
And so, you know, to stick to the plan, to keep doing the right thing, and to just know.
1-2's hit on the ground to first. Seegers will score on the backside. Huckstorf will be out at first base, but Kyle brings home another run. That's a good piece of hitting right there. How do we get to double digits? I'm not sure, but I'll take it. 10-0.
Yeah, the touchdown in the 8th inning got her done. But, I mean, just to stick to the process and stick to the plan. I mean, it was it was important to do. You knew once you could get if you could get through Utagawa, you know, you had a chance to get some runs. took a long time. They finally got to Utagawa and drove him out of the game. And then now as you start to see the bullpen arms, because they stuck to the process, they didn't chase a lot of pitches, did a better job today of staying kind of within themselves to do their 1/9.
Frazier's the batter. He's worked a 1-1 count.
We've tried to do our 1/3.
Yes,
we've got Sammy over here working for us too.
Iowa with 11 hits. Frazier in the box. That's a pitch high, ball 2. I just, with all the talk about this being a must-win game coming into it, applying meaningless pressure. Frazier rips this into the gap in right center. This one's going to get all the way to the wall. Braden, a heck of a day for B4. He's going to have another double. 3 for 4 for Frazier.
So happy for what Braden's been able to do. A guy that most of the first 2/3 of the season sat on the bench, but great teammate. Always been a lot of fun. And now having a chance, needing to perform. Came up with a big single yesterday to tie the game late, and obviously still got away from Iowa, but having a great day now today as well.
Here's Cade Moss. Moss will turn away from a fastball up and in. You get these so-called experts that were trying to describe this as a must-win game for the Hawks. And it's just, kind of strange. I just haven't felt that way in quite some time as any game being must-win. As Moss flares this to the left side, it'll be caught by the shortstop to end the top of the 8th inning. We'll get back to this conversation when we come back. 7 runs for the Hawks. 10-0. Feels pretty good now. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th coming up right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
Iowa 10-0 over Northwestern in the bottom of the 8th. Jack Whitlock back to the mound for another inning of work. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Iowa Hawkeye Baseball. Due up are known Ford and McElpatrick. We'll see if they make any changes, though, late here with Northwestern's season coming to an end now. They will not be participants in the Big Ten tournament in Omaha.
To kind of go or continue your thoughts earlier about the must-win part of it, I mean, that was the only must-win part of it was purely from an optics standpoint. It was a great pitch there from Jack to start off the at-bat. Just from a dropping a series at the end of the season to a team with the win-loss record that Northwestern has.
Ground ball up the middle. Seegers will field it, sprinting forward, throw across to DeRiggi, 1 down.
What was going to be a tough look, but not a knock you all the way out of the conversation look. But because 61 points would have dropped Iowa actually just down to 36 in the RPI. So, again, well within range to get an at-large bid. But now you get this win. Funny enough, Iowa will be close. They're still going to be closer to 35th than they were. Great first. Ooh.
Called a ball on the inside portion, maybe a little bit high. I think the way I approach it, who can say anything's must win other than the team that's playing? Because if you're Iowa, the players, I think every game is must win. If you want to talk about must win, why put any doubt into anything, whether that's a game in February or a game now?
Well, and the thing is, you still.
Whitlock threw that one a little bit too far inside. It hits Ford. That's the second free base we've given Northwestern today. That's it. The free bases have been pretty cleared up this weekend. They'll have a runner on first.
Heavy high spinner there. I understand your basic point there, but I mean there are times where it's like, okay, you do have to win this.
Sure, I just don't need analysts or experts to tell me that. You think the guys don't know that?
Right, and in this case though, my main argument this one is Iowa didn't have to win this game, or they would have had to go to the Big Ten tournament and win. It wasn't set up that way. You basically eliminated any margin for error.
Yes.
You made it where you probably, as it stands right now, Iowa may be able to go. It'll be pretty nervy if you go 0-2 at the Big Ten tournament, but you're still probably in.
Yeah. Batter is McElpatrick. A couple sliders from Whitlock. This one drifting outside. The first one was a strike. It's 1-1. The way I viewed this series with Northwestern was hopefully you win the series, hope to sweep it, and then you can go to Omaha with absolutely no pressure, and you just play. Because when this Iowa team just plays, pretty darn good.
Yeah, there was a really good chance. Good high breaking ball there for a strike. That would have certainly been the perfect way to do it. But, again, weird things happen, and yesterday didn't work out quite correctly. But
here's a ground ball to Tello at third. He picks it out of the dirt, throw to second for one, on to first. Double play! How about that? 5-4-3.
A lot of great pickup there from Tello. Just got it, threw it on a dime to Honar, who turned it over nicely and got him pretty easy.
All right, we'll head to the ninth. Hawks up by a dime. It's 10-0. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
US Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing Us Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever. Oh my goodness.
Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to Us Mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
After a cancer diagnosis, it's natural to want to start treatment right away. But first, get a second opinion from a team that specializes in your cancer. I'm Dr. George Weiner, Director of University of Iowa Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. Before you start treatment, you deserve to be confident you have the right diagnosis and know every option available to you. So whether it's with us or somewhere else, get a second opinion. It can change your care and your life.
New pitcher into the game for Northwestern as we get to the ninth. They'll go with a senior righty, Reed Smith.
Reed Smith will make his second appearance of the series, his 10th overall, 1-0, 9.39 ERA, 7 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs. They were all earned. 6 walks, 7 strikeouts. Opponents hitting him at a 276 clip. We're going to get a little bit of, I like it. We got a little bit of new guy action in the on-deck circles there.
Yeah, Wilmus will lead us off, and it looks like Will Mulfler will follow, and then Blake Guerin after that. So we'll see a couple of substitutions offensively for the Hawks. But Guerin and Mulfler getting some extra swings in before Wilmus gets into the box here.
Have Mulfler pinch hit for Petey and Guerin pinch hit for DeRiggi.
And probably trot them both out there for the defensive side of things when we get to the bottom of the ninth. There's a strike from Smith to Wilmus. Ben is 1 for 3 today. He's got a run scored and an RBI. He also walked. Out of the windup, the 0-1. Ben got the hands going but held off. It's 1-1.
So the win will move Iowa to 15-8, clinch no worse than third.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, Michigan State tied at 1, top of the 5th inning.
Wilmus taps this foul to the third base side. That's a big one. Need Sparty.
Yeah, that's the one that matters to Iowa, whether Iowa will play the 6 seed or the 7 seed in Omaha on Tuesday, and the difference between a 10 o'clock Tuesday morning and a 2 o'clock Tuesday afternoon.
Although when you think about it, as Wilmus watches that go by outside for a ball 2-2, do you want to see Michigan State again?
Well, and that's, as you look at the standings then, Michigan State right now sits in that 7 spot. The other game that kind of matters for that is the Purdue game. Purdue trails Northwestern. I'm sorry, God, I keep doing that.
Wilmus gets punched out on a pitch down the heart of the plate, 1 down.
Plays Nebraska. Nebraska leads 4-3 after 6. So if Nebraska holds on, they'll finish 4th.
I'm just thinking, you want to get the next best thing, which would be 2nd place. You think about Michigan State in the 7. If Indiana ends up winning that game and you get the 3, okay, that is what it is. And then you'll probably get is that going to be a 6 seed Michigan more than likely?
Well, yeah, Rutgers right now would move into the 5 spot because they're winning and Michigan's losing.
Here's Will Mulfler, first pitch strike to him.
And so, but you'd actually end up putting Michigan into a tie with Michigan State, which I looked at this earlier.
If Michigan State wins.
Yes, if Michigan State could hold on and win, and Michigan would win the tiebreaker with Michigan State, so that would make Michigan 6, Michigan State 7.
Yeah. Mulfler hits it off the end of the bat to the shortstop McElpatrick. He'll step and throw, 2 down. So it seems like we're probably going to play one of the Michigan schools.
It seems that way, yes.
Unless Michigan comes back and Rutgers loses to Minnesota.
Correct.
Okay.
And right now.
And then that asks the question, well, do you want to see somebody that you've already played in Michigan State or somebody that you haven't with Michigan? Michigan's reeling right now, aren't they? I mean, they've lost a ton in a row, it almost feels like.
Well, certainly if they lose today, they'll have been swept by Bucky.
Oh, I'm a little bit wrong.
Yeah, they got beat by Xavier 14-2 midweek.
Here's Blake Guerin in the box with 2 outs. Bases empty in the 9th for the Hawks. Guerin smokes it foul. That's the hardest hit he's had all year and ripped it foul.
107 off the bat. Come on, Blake. Aim that to the field of play, buddy. Mayor Bob.
Yeah. Say that he's due, right? That one's low and out for a ball. So probably one of the Michigan schools is just kind of the way it's seeming right now.
Yeah, I try, Coach McGrath and I were messing around in the dugout with some of the tiebreakers on the 6, 7, 8 spots. And
downstairs to Guerin there, 2-1.
I said, Sean, I love numbers, man, and you're testing me here.
Yeah, no.
Especially without something to write it down. We were just talking as I was looking it up on the phone there, but at least we have a little bit more clarity. And
again, low to Guerin. He hasn't really seen much to hit except for the one he ripped foul. It's 3-1.
Certainly in a couple hours we'll have full clarity. By the time we get home, we'll probably have full clarity on it.
3-1 pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Full count now for Blake.
Ohio State still up 5-2 in the 7th inning now. Indiana retook the lead, so not a hot spot there for Iowa.
3-2. Blake hits it to third. Grabbed there, thrown across the diamond, and the Hawks go down 1-2-3 in the 9th. All right, 3 outs to get for the black and gold. Hawkeyes up 10-0. We're back after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Here's an easy pill to swallow. Right now, earn a 5-cent fuel saver on every prescription you fill at your Hy-Vee pharmacy. That's 5 cents off per gallon of gas for each prescription filled at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to fill your prescriptions. Just call or stop by your local Hy-Vee pharmacy and let us handle the rest. You can also fill online or use the mobile app. Fill a prescription and start earning today. Some restrictions apply. See your pharmacy or Hy-Vee.com for details.
Iowa 10, Northwestern nothing as we get to the bottom of the ninth. Ton of changes for the Hawks. We'll start with the change on the mound. Iowa going to close things down with Will Christopherson, the veteran righty.
Christo's 3-1 on the year with a save, 23 appearances, .397 ERA, 22 2/3 innings, 13 hits, 11 runs, just 10 of them earned, 12 walks, an impressive 45 strikeouts. Again, another one of those numbers. Opponents hitting just .159 against Will.
Other changes, Guerin is in the game at first. Frazier moves from right to left. Moelfler goes into the game in right. Gable Mitchell will now play second base.
I don't remember exactly what Iowa was. It was 2 for 14, 15 with runners on base or in scoring position. 4 for 8 today, 6 for 11 with runners on. 4 for 4 with runners on third and less than 2 outs. I mean, just complete flip of the ability to do it. 2 for 2 with the bases loaded. 10 for 13 in advancement opportunities. So offense got back to a much normal range as Christo, of course, makes the guy look silly with the breaking ball.
And that's Minarovic. Was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Christopherson operating out of the windup, ready for the next one. Here it comes. Foul tip back to the screen, 0-2. Yeah, yesterday was the anomaly, right? Yesterday was the atypical performance offensively.
Offensively for Iowa and offensively for Northwestern.
Yeah.
I mean, they team that hits in the mid-30s for home runs on the year hit 3 yesterday. And none of them they were all no joke. I mean, it wasn't like they all went 410 or anything, but they were all well-hit balls, and they weren't wind-aided. They were just well-hit balls, barreled up and driven.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Christopherson deals. Just outside for a ball, 2-2.
Yeah, when Hawkeye pitchers made a mistake yesterday, they paid a price for it. I guess the good news today is Hawkeye pitchers have very rarely made a mistake.
Yes.
Haven't had to worry about paying for it.
Moss flashes the signs. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Christopherson starts the ninth with a strikeout.
Hawk pitchers have struck out 11 Wildcat batters at this point.
Great number.
Walked just 1.
Yep, love that. To the top of the order with Tony Livermore. He's been the only guy that's done anything for Northwestern today. He singled in the first. That's been it for them. He walked his last time up in the 6th. Lefty batter. First pitch from Christopherson. Ground ball to the right side. Mitchell charging it hard. Gable's got it. He'll underhand flip it to first. 2 down.
Almost looked like it got stuck in his glove there. Yeah, Livermore has been on base twice. Ferrer's been on base once, just on would have been his fielder's choice there at second. And then the catcher who got hit by the pitch.
Yeah.
It's your only other.
Not much traffic.
Only other base runner.
2 outs in the 9th. First pitch strike from Christopherson on the outside corner. Iowa's going to be 1 win short of 40. Heck of a season. 0-1 pitch lifted in the air to the right side. This will be foul and out of play, and the Hawkeye fans will be able to rise to their feet as Northwestern's down to their final strike of their season. Christopherson's got the sign that he likes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Ferrer goes down fighting, and he gets the second hit of the game for the Wildcats.
Christo tried to sneak a fastball past him up and away. Ferrer, though, did a good job. I don't know. Not going to argue too much about it, but I just love to see Christo bury that slider and make him look silly instead of trying to get a fastball past him. But
probably won't do that again, will he? 10-0 Iowa with the lead, the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Here's Rustich. Swing and a miss. Chase that one.
That was a fastball. Belt high, but well away.
You know, Will giving up that hit probably angered him a bit. Here's the 0-1. Foul tip off of Cade's protective gear, and we'll do it again at 0-2.
Let's rise again.
Maybe we need to stand up with these Hawkeye fans, huh?
I'm rising this time.
Now, when I stood up yesterday, it was bad luck. I gave up a couple of home runs.
That was yesterday.
Good. Thanks for supporting me, John.
I'm right there with you. This is a whole different deal. Sammy, where's my car at? I can't remember where we parked.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Christopherson just outside. Good pitch. Well, he didn't go with the fastball there.
No, and that was a good hold from Rustich. That was a he started going, did a good job jamming on the brakes. I go right back to it again. Maybe bring it a little closer to the plate.
Will's got the sign, the 1-2, feels it, deals it, swing and a miss. Got him with the high heater. Hawks win it 10-0.
He just went full elevation on the heater, which was kind of what he probably wanted to do with Ferrer, too. Just didn't get it out of the zone. But what a bounce back. Again, talked about it a couple times. What a character win from this Hawkeye team.
Well, it's a tale of 2 halves of the game, right? I mean, it was shutout stuff by both pitchers through 5. Absolutely nothing doing. We finally got to their pitcher and scored 3 runs in the 6th and then put up 7 in the 8th. Iowa wins it 10-0. 11 hits for the Hawks. Clean defense behind them with no errors. Northwestern, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Wildcats defensively. Shutout win, that's big time.
How about your hits? The lead off the game. The leadoff hitter gets a hit, and the next to last hitter gets a hit, and those are the only 2 you give up all game if you're the Hawkeye pitching staff.
Another shutout for the Hawks. I believe that's, the 5th of the year?
I think that's
Trying to do it as quick as possible here to scan. Yes, 5th shutout of the year for Iowa. And the Hawkeyes end the regular season on a right note, get the series win over Northwestern, take 2 out of 3 from the Wildcats with the 10-0 victory today. Great ovation from the Hawkeye fans who made the short drive over this Saturday afternoon as the Hawkeyes head back into the dugout. John, let's take a break. We'll come back and get some final thoughts on this one. Iowa 10, Northwestern nothing. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing Us Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever.
Oh my goodness. Visit U.S. Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to Us Mode, even if you're not a customer. U.S. Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oaknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Well, a shutout winner, that's a pretty good way to end the regular season, John Evans. 10-0 over Northwestern. The Hawks get to 39-13, 15-8 in the Big Ten.
Well, again, just another good bounce back. It was it was a tough bus ride back yesterday. It was quiet in the hotel last night, and again, we talked about not a must win, but the team knew that it was a game that they wanted to go get. How about that?
Yeah.
And needed to go through the process and do the right things. And then Northwestern didn't roll over. I know the score says 10-0, but man, it was a tight game through 5 innings where anything could happen. And even when Iowa gets 3 in the 6th, that game's still not over. The game didn't get out of hand until the 8th inning. So, good character check, guys going up, doing their 1/9, doing what needed to get done, and got a good win, good finish to the year. And now we'll head over to Omaha. We'll play Tuesday and see if we can round up a couple more wins.
Yeah, we'll need a comeback effort from Michigan State if we want to get that 2 seed. Right now it looks like we might be in the 3rd spot here in the Big Ten. All right, let's go over the highlights of today's 10-0 winner over Northwestern. Ben squares to bunt, puts it down the first base line. Here comes Frazier. He'll score. Nobody's covering first. The Hawks have the lead. How about that for Benny Wilmus?
What a bunt there. That is a tough pitch. Fastball moving in on the hands, up in the chest. Wilmus lays down a beauty.
Peterson at first base. The delivery. Brennan crushed it deep to left. Get going, baby. It is gone. Brennan DeRiggi. Boom!
He sent it to the Hawkeye bus. All of a sudden, 3-0.
One swing of the bat, John.
Home run lucky number 13 for DeRiggi.
1-0 pitch to Rader. Line drive. Base hit into center. Here comes Wilmus. He'll score. Petey, he's rounding third. He'll score 2. Tello time. Ring, ring. It's 6-0. The reverse jinx.
Okay.
1-0 to Michael. Line drive. Base hit into left center. DeRiggi will score. They're waving Tello. He'll score with ease. Honar can jog to third. It's a 2 RBI double for Seegers. Here's a ground ball to Tello at third. He picks it out of the dirt. Throw to second for 1. On to first. Double play. How about that? 5-4-3. Will's got the sign, the 1-2, feels it, deals it, swing and a miss. Got him with the high heater. Hawks win it 10-0. Iowa beats Northwestern 10-0. We're joined now by Associate Head Coach Marty Sutherland. Coach, that's a good way to finish off the regular season. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, John. Really proud of our guys. There's no way around it. Yesterday was a tough day, and especially given what had happened, after our game, and, 2 teams lost that you needed to lose and would have had a chance to play for a title today. And that's a sobering thought. It's just not fun to deal with. But I thought the guys did a tremendous job and really had to fight tooth and nail and watching their arm kind of leading into it. I mean, that kid was throwing really well. And I just looked at Sean and Rick in the 4th. I'm like, these 2 guys they threw yesterday and today are the best 2 back-to-back starters we've faced in the league so far. Incredible. So scratch your head a little bit about them having the struggles that they've had. But, credit to that kid. He didn't give in. He didn't give us anything. We had to earn it. And I just was really happy with the hitters. Braden obviously got us going. He had a great day with 3 hits, a couple doubles. Michael had a great weekend. And then Brennan just had in days like this, you need your best players to come through and be dudes, right? And Brendan certainly was that today, and he had a rough day yesterday. So just really happy for him. And on the mound, 4 base runners, and Brody was electric, and it was pretty fun to watch. And guy in control of everything, and just really happy for him. But that's a big leaguer right there. That's what they look like, and really impressive out of him. And just a really well played game all the way around. We don't make an error. We 3 free bases, and just had some clutch hits up and down the lineup.
That was a different type of win than we've probably had all year. We had to be locked in the whole time. We didn't get the runs until late. We did not fold today, Coach.
No, absolutely, and we cashed in on our opportunities. And looking down here, we left 2 on base. I mean, just a really good job. We were able to execute a safety squeeze to kind of get us on the board, and outside of that, we just did some nice things to move the baseball when we needed to, and we had some extra base hits. We had looks like 4 doubles and a home run, and you think back to yesterday, that was the difference. They just hit the 3 homers. We didn't do the damage, and today we were the ones doing the damage. So just a really good day, and again, I'm not surprised with this group. But again, it was a difficult loss yesterday considering everything, and got all this other noise telling you need to win and do these things. And it's not how we approach the game. We just talk about showing up with focus, having great energy, and again, playing for the guy next to you. That's all you can control. So I thought the guys did a tremendous job doing that, especially with how difficult, Utagawa made it on us early. I mean, he was just really good. He didn't give us anything. Yeah. And he's getting out there. It's efficient. It's a strike. He's pounding the strike zone. I mean, he just did a really good job, and credit to their staff. And, those guys played hard. And as a staff, coaching a team who's struggling, you haven't had a bunch of wins or anything like that. Those guys all played hard and played till the end. So that's an impressive thing to watch over there. So just really happy overall.
Before we let you go, the next time we talk to you, the stakes will be a little bit higher, Coach. But just maybe a final thought on the regular season that the team had.
Well, certainly you set out to win a championship. So from that standpoint, you're just a little bit short of what you wanted to. But given all the things that we've had to deal with, Chase goes down, out for the season for the most part. Then we deal with, the situation we're currently dealing with some guys not being able to be out there. One of which is a highly productive player. Keaton's really productive for us. But just guys banding together and just doing what they can. And we talked a lot about, the thing you worry about is, guys thinking they have to do more, right? You don't have a guy in the lineup, and everybody tries to do a little more than what they're capable of. And we talked a lot about that's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
You just still got to do what you do. And nobody has to do anything different. Next guy in, and certainly Frage has done a tremendous job in that spot and will, maybe a few less opportunities, but he had a big day. And that's what you need. Just need guys stepping up. But Braden certainly did that all weekend. So happy for him, a senior, a captain. That's only worry is winning.
Yeah.
And, it's certainly a great thing to watch when you have guys like that. And so from a regular season standpoint, a lot of great things happen, a lot of perseverance, dealing with adversity, and now it kind of resets, right? It's a new season here for next week, and then hopefully a new season after that week. So, but it starts on Tuesday, and I don't know who we're going to play. I don't think anybody knows yet, but it'll be a quality opponent with a really good arm. But we'll be ready to go, and hopefully we see a lot of Hawk fans in Omaha.
Yeah. Well, really appreciate the time that you would come talk to us up here on the post-game show. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you in Omaha.
John. Thank you
Associate head coach Marty Sutherland on our post-game show from Miller Park in Evanston. We'll take a break. We'll close things down right after this. This is Hawkeye Baseball from Learfield.
US Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing US Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever.
Oh my goodness. Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to US Mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
Knowing that I can make a difference in my patients' lives keeps me motivated every single day. Hi, I'm Dr. Kanya Ferguson at University of Iowa Healthcare. With academic medicine, we see the toughest cases, so we're always innovating. And we bring the best minds together to collaborate, so there's more brain power focused on you. Because that leads to exceptional care for our patients and our community. See how at uihc.org.
Iowa ends the regular season on the highest of notes, a 10-0 shutout of Northwestern. The Hawkeyes will finish things 39-13, 15-8 in the Big Ten. Looks like we'll finish third. Indiana leading Michigan State 3-1 late in that game. If Michigan State comes back and wins, the Hawks will finish second in the Big Ten and get that Tuesday afternoon game. Looking like Tuesday morning at the Big Ten tournament in Omaha. Just want to say thanks to all the listeners. You've been a great audience for us throughout the regular season, and hope that you continue to follow along as we get to the Big Ten tournament and then a regional after that in the NCAA tournament. How about that, Hawkeye fans? Hawks are in good shape, looking good for that. But let's take it one game at a time and go win that thing over in Omaha. We'll get started on Tuesday. It's been a pleasure bringing you Hawkeye Baseball on the Hawkeye Radio Network this season. Not done yet, though. Job is not quite finished. Hawks win it 10-0 today. That'll do it for our coverage of Hawkeye Baseball this afternoon. For my great board op down the line, Michael, excellent as always. My broadcast partner, John Evans. I'm John Leo saying so long from Evanston today. Iowa 10, Northwestern nothing. Every day's a great day to be a Hawkeye. Some are just a little bit better than others. We'll talk to you next Tuesday, Hawkeye fans. So long for now.
Hawkeye Baseball has been brought to you by Homewood and Home 2 Suites, preferred hotel of the Hawkeye Radio Network, Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association, and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Oak Knoll, an active life care community. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.